Hey, you guys, welcome in. Welcome in. I am Head.Lioness. We are about to get into a late night collective message. Welcoming you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys and give a disclaimer up front before we even get into this message. Hey Lisa, thank you for those roses, babe. Before we even get into this message, hey, this is a collective message, but this will be for a specific collective. Okay? And I'm going to give you guys a trigger warning because it is seeming like, thank you, babe. It is seeming like this message is very heavy. There's a lot of twists and turns already with this storyline. There's a lot of pieces, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of factors at play, and some of them are gut-wrenching. Hey, KD. And I just want to give you guys a disclaimer up front before we even get into it, okay? And again, let me reiterate, this message will not be for everybody, so please do not force it to fit. Welcoming you guys though. Happy Friday, family. Hopefully you guys are feeling well, in good spirits, and the day is going in your favor. Welcoming you guys. Hold on real quick. Let me get this sent over to my ladies. Okay. Hey, Susie. Hey, Gypsy Soul. Okay, so this is what I got. Now, my parental figures in the collective, I feel like this, hey, Miss Blacklisted, I feel like this one is, geared towards the parental figures in the collective. However, take it as it resonates, reverse roles and genders as you need to. All right, you guys. So there's somebody that, an individual in the collective, hey. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, Nisi. I told you Mug was going to jail. I'm sorry. That's crazy. There's somebody in the collective's energy, right? For majority of you guys, this is someone, thank you, Monty. For majority of you guys, this is someone that is a co-parent to you. Hey. This is someone that is a co-parent to you. This could even be a step parent to your children, or you could have been a step parent to their children. But this is a parental figure. And some of you guys, I hear you've had a very tough encounter with this co-parent, somebody here. Now, again, reverse the roles and genders as you need to. I'm gonna just speak it how I hear it and how I felt it and how I channeled it, all right? And we're gonna get more clarity on exactly what happened here to see exactly what's going on. As y'all see, I got a lot of fucking sticky notes everywhere with a lot of different questions just to try and get a better understanding of what happened here. But whoever this individual is, hey Tracy, hey Dasha, whoever this individual is that is directly connected to you, okay? This person came into this realm, into this lifetime with a choice, basically. They had an option. We all have options. But this person's past life, something happened to this individual in their past life. And I feel called to say that during this lifetime, they were here to pay back karmic debt. Okay, because that's how these things work. Depending on what you do is depending on how it looks when you reincarnate and things like that. And you do your due diligence and do your research on it and, go from there. Somebody came back to this realm of reality, this lifetime, and they were supposed to pay back some karmic debt. Okay. And I just feel like whatever this person did, they were not, this lifetime, they were not supposed to have some type of status or something like that about themselves, where they have power, where they have control, where they have wealth, you know, abundance and things like that. I believe that someone in a past life was very, very consumed with greed to the point where they took advantage of their position or something along those lines, and they caused or inflicted a lot of conflict, trauma, and pain to other people. Okay, thank you, babe. And I think that because of that, this lifetime, they were not supposed to, they weren't going to be given those type of leisures and things like that. And it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's how it happens. Okay, I feel like somebody found out from a very, very fucking young age that, you know, they realized the direction, the instability, the lack, the struggle, the hardship and conflict that their life was consumed with. They realized this from a very, very young age during this lifetime. Okay, somebody made a deal, okay, at a very young age. For some of you guys, they could have done this while as a teenager. For some of them, it could have been even younger. I feel like this could be somebody who came from a background in this lifetime. Okay, we're talking about this lifetime now. We'll get back to their past life in a little bit. But this lifetime, I feel like this could be somebody who came from a family dynamic that really did not give a fuck about them. Hey, Leo is. They came from a family dynamic. They were born into a family dynamic this go round that was very unstable. It was a lot of struggle, disorganization, again, challenges and hardships. And somebody recognized this very, very young. Okay, it's something about, it's crazy because had this person chosen the right path, they could have cleaned their slate. Like they could have cleaned their slate and been able to, you know, clear out whatever that karmic debt is. But instead, at a young age, somebody committed to darkness, obsessed with greed. Okay, it's something about some friends here that somebody could have celebrated with, somebody could have been connected to. The Three of Cups in reverse, these are friends these are bad influences. These are a group of people that are all over the place. They're wild, they're reckless, they're unstable, priorities fucked up, you know, party bullshit. The direction, the path that these people are going is not gonna lead to anything of substance. And y'all remember just the other day we did a reading and I was like, somebody ran into the perfect group of friends. Somebody ran into the perfect group of friends. Hey, Pocahontas, somebody ran into the perfect group of friends that enabled and encouraged their darkest temptations, like their darkest, you know what I'm saying, desires and shit like that. Okay, and I don't know when they ran into these people. I don't know when they encountered these people. I don't know what that looks like. But somebody ran into these folks, and I feel like it was at a younger age, maybe teenage or young, you know, going into young adult, early 20s, you know, like that sort of thing. It had to have been somewhere up in there. Okay, that's the energy that I'm picking up. So this is where this shit takes a turn, and I want y'all to stay with me here. Because somebody committed to darkness at a young age, right? Naive and gullible. Only thing they were considering or worried about was power, rectifying their circumstances, and stability, considering the family dynamic that they were born into was very challenging and unstable. So y'all stay with me. I don't know, there's something about, we got some African goddesses out here tonight, y'all. Okay, so we got Queen of Sheba out here tonight. Okay, and we got Marie Lavie. I may be butchering her last name. She's French. Somebody could be from France, somebody could be from Europe or something like that. Somebody could speak fluent French or something like that. New Orleans is also significant, but we'll get into all that. Okay, when we think about Queen of Sheba, right? When we think about Queen of Sheba, and y'all just please stay with me on this. I feel like it's all going to make sense. I'm going to try and make sense of this the best way I can, y'all. when we think about Queen of Sheba, okay, that's Ethiopian culture, Hebrew, Arabic culture, and Islamic culture. Y'all reverse it as you need to, okay? But when we think of the story of Queen of Sheba, a big part of her story was her encounter with King Solomon, right? And it's like whoever this individual is, y'all, they knew that they were fucked basically from the very beginning. And if you heard my story, it's something about an individual making some type of sacrifice or going some sort of path for power and status and control and all of these different things. And they needed the perfect host in order to be able to do that. And if we think about King Solomon, right? Okay. King Solomon, and I'm not going to go in on this King Solomon and Queen of Sheba, okay? Their storyline it kind of goes like King Solomon was very wise. Very, very wise. He thought he knew everything. That's how he was prophetic, he was a priest, all of the things. However, if you really dig into his backstory, King Solomon made some deals with darkness in order to build the kingdom that he built. I'm not going to argue with you about it. Do your motherfucking research on it, okay? There was like 72 demons that he controlled or something like that. And they worked for him and did things for him so that way he could be in power, so on and so forth, okay? That's how he rose to the heights that he rose to. Where Queen of Sheba comes in, is she was a queen in a whole different fucking cult, like a whole different kingdom, basically. She had her own fucking kingdom, basically, right? She came to King of Solomon, right? And they had their encounter. He, gave her all of her desires. She questioned him about all of these different things, and he won her over. Very much so, love bombing, gaslighting, all of the fucking things, okay? But he set her up. And y'all just stay with me here. He basically set her up. You know what I'm saying? For the okie doke. She, as gifted and wise as she is, was under the pretense that they had made some sort of pact, that they were locked in, that they were good. However, he set her up for the okie doke to basically, as a trap, to get her to break their pact. Okay? Y'all just stay with me here. She ended up having, in some cultures, okay, the Ethiopian culture, the text says that she ended up birthing a child by him, okay, a gifted child. That's what this is, right? Okay, so that's where this gifted child comes in at, right? Somebody set another individual up to bring forth a gifted child so that way they could siphon or steal the destiny of this child for themselves. I know that shit sounds so fucking crazy, and I know it's all over the place, but in this realm of reality, right, that's just a backstory. It's just an example. It's interesting that these two came out. The Empress came out clarifying Queen of Sheba in reverse, and then the Hermit is here. Thank you. The Hermit is here, right? And it's something about, like I said, he set her up. She thought he made her some type of, he made a dinner. He made her a dinner or something like that. And the pact was, I will bring no harm to you or anything like that as long as you don't take anything from me or something along those lines or whatever. He made her a fucking dinner, okay? King Solomon. He made Queen of Sheba a dinner. Spicy foods, and he didn't give her any sort of drink. This is what the text says, basically. He didn't give her anything to drink, basically. She went to sleep. In the middle of the night, she got thirsty. She drank some water that he left out. And he used that as an excuse to basically say that she stole from him because she took the drink from the water. After he gave her the dinner with nothing to drink, all of these different things, okay? It was a setup. So it basically voided their pact. And then somehow, because with the Empress in reverse and the Hermit here, this goddess basically was distracted. Intuition clouded. You know what I'm saying? She ended up being intimate with him, basically, and they birthed a child by the time she went back to her kingdom. And that's just like the backstory of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think like this was all strategically done. And I'm bringing this up because I feel like that's what somebody did to a chosen one. I think somebody purposely sought out because they knew that their fucking life from the beginning, like somebody knew that they were fucking doomed from the beginning. Somebody sought out the perfect host to help them bring forth a gifted child so that way they could steal that child's destiny for themselves. It's something I keep hearing. The bloodlines are very important. And where I feel like Marie Laveau, and I may be butchering her last name, somebody went to her. Somebody went to her. Okay? Somebody took action towards Marie. Okay? Now, this, if you think about it, Marie is still very, very well respected in the spiritual community. Very, very well respected in the spiritual community to this day. In New Orleans, if you are able to get to her resting place, they still give offerings and things like that. Hey. They still give offerings to her in hopes that she will bring about love and healing and fortune and all of these different things, okay? That's to this day, okay? She is known as a, she practiced voodoo, okay? And remember, we've been saying that it's something about somebody been dealing with a practitioner or something like that. Somebody been dealing with a practitioner. But I feel like whoever this individual is, now, before I get too far off of that, right? I don't know if you guys, let's continue talking about Marie. I don't know if you guys are familiar with American Horror Story. I haven't watched it, but as I was doing my due diligence for this reading and I was researching more on Marie because I know of her, but I do not work with the deities and things like that. I don't work with them. I don't work with them. Okay. And so I don't really get involved with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I know enough about certain ones, but as I was doing my research on her, seeing that somebody took action towards her, right? Somebody took action towards her. In American Horror Story, although history in, today's time, history gives a different narrative of her. American Horror Story tells a storyline of her giving baby offerings to Papa Legba, okay, for immortality, okay? So she could, be gifted, all of these different things. She needed to give innocent babies as offerings to Papa Legba for immortality, fortune, all of the different things, okay? Somebody went to her. Now, that's the storyline that American Horror Story tells. I cannot, I can't speak on that. Like I said, okay, you do your due diligence on it and come to your own conclusion. But somebody went to her, and I feel like that's exactly where we get in this storyline of somebody trying to offer up a baby, like, before this baby could do whatever. It's an innocent soul basically for themselves, if that makes sense. But I think somebody got it misconstrued because I feel called to say that Marie did not accept this offering, or that could very well be a lie, that she does not do that, or she did not take a child. I've seen several different things that say she took a child in you know, for shelter, to protect the child or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she practiced protection work, healing work. That's what she was known for. And so if somebody went to her trying to give an offering, I don't fucking know, like, who they thought they were dealing with. But I don't think they had this shit sorted out. And now somebody has started some type of like, you know, situation. There's a fight here that somebody was not prepared for. Confirmation. Somebody in a group of people that they were working with celebrated way too soon, thinking that some type of action that they took towards a practitioner or, you know, a deity, or, you know, they gave an offering, they thought that that shit was gonna take off. And there's also something about whoever this is thinking that the co-parent of this child was like dumb or something like that. But the co-parent of this child that was being offered is a fucking ascended master, y'all. An ascended master, a chosen one, you know, again, and I just said something like this. You are the, you know, you're a protector, somebody here. And so I do not know. I do not know, you guys. I think that there's a lot here. Somebody is definitely dealing with some challenges. Okay, somebody's definitely dealing with some challenges. And it's like, you know, be careful what you wish for is here. You know? It's something about like somebody's in some type of fight now because of the work that they did. Somebody is in despair because of the work that they did. And now, and it's, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's a main male. Somebody tried to take from a privileged lady with some type of union. Somebody like, and it's like a marriage with a main female. Y'all reverse the genders and roles as you need to. And look at this. It's like somebody was expecting some unexpected income from some sort of courtship, some sort of partnership, some sort of union. And now somebody is stuck. Imprisonment is here, and sudden wealth is in reverse, y'all. Sudden wealth is in reverse. And it's just like, whoever this is that started this shit, they're being aired out, y'all. They're being aired out. It's so much to this. Like I said, this shit runs so deep. I don't think that, like I said in my story, y'all, I don't think that whoever this is expected for you to step up and see them for who they are and put protective boundaries and measures in place, not just for you, but for those of y'all who have a child, your child or your children. Okay? Like, I don't think, and you know, it's so interesting because, you know, who, like I said, with this King Solomon, right? Whoever this person is, King Solomon had hella people surrounding him, praising him. You know what I'm saying? He could do no wrong. They worshiped the ground that he walked on, you guys. You know, well respected, very powerful, influential person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, this could be the type, somebody could have created that type of illusion with people around them that they wouldn't do any wrong, anything crazy like this whole time. They are connected to and deeply rooted in fucking darkness, y'all. And you being an earth angel, being a chosen one, you could be the only one that could see this motherfucking person, because look at you, even whether masculine or feminine, the Empress is here and then the Hermit is here. It's in the upright though. So maybe in some type of union, this person was able to pull a fast one over you. cloud your judgment, have you second guess yourself, disconnect from your intuition in some sort of way. Okay, somebody could have also made it to where you were codependent on them in some type of way. They could have set some things up to where you were codependent on them in some type of way. But it's something about the more distance you put in place with a person, the wiser you become about exactly what the fuck was happening. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like it was connected to a person that could have, I feel like it's on some shit where it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll take the earth angel destiny or I'll take the baby's destiny. You know what I'm saying? This is a very ruthless, cutthroat ass individual. They only care about themselves. They only care about themselves. I feel like somebody has been repeating a karmic cycle of selfishness for several lifetimes. And I feel like this lifetime, somebody was supposed to clear that shit up. They were supposed to clear that shit up, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you guys. Wow, somebody definitely gave an offering. Somebody definitely went. And like I said, I had that dream. Wednesday, and I did a story time basically in my story. You know what I'm saying? About the dream that I had about, a practitioner coming towards my daughter. Okay. And she basically showed me something. After she tried to pinch my daughter or something, she basically was like, no, I don't want the physical child. I came for the child's soul. You know what I'm saying? And it basically, she showed me something saying that I was basically just a surrogate for her, or a surrogate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of them things, I don't know, but it's like so much to this. Okay, so we're going to get into it, you guys. We're going to see what's going on. Somebody did something, and there's some type of cruelty to children, or somebody was, y'all, I think somebody has a very fucked up mentality. And you could know that this is for you if there's a clear disconnect between your co-parent and the child or children that you guys have together. Like I said in my story, once you become aware that you're gonna be a parent, it's a certain type of mentality and a certain way that you move just off the strength of, I can't play about these motherfucking kids or about this child. If you are dealing with a co-parent that plays, that don't step up, that don't do what they need to do, there's clearly a disconnect when it comes to bonding or something like that. This person is very selfish and self-centered, self-serving is their mindset, you guys. And so it's one of them things, you'd be surprised, we'd be like, damn, how could you do that to your own child? But if there's a disconnect there, it's not hard to be like, okay, I can see how you can do it, because you don't view this child and love this child to the capacity that I do. That's why you would be willing to sacrifice this child. You know what I'm saying? There's not an attachment there. There's not an emotional attachment there. And I feel like that's why somebody moved the way that they moved. And like I said in my story, I feel like we've been looking at this from a certain perspective. I feel like somebody been trying to get an earth angel out of the way. Okay, somebody been trying to get an earth angel out of the way because you have been protecting a child. Somebody here, it's not for everybody. It's not everybody's story. It's not for everybody. But there's something that has happened. Expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Who need to go to safety? Ooh. Oh, I got my moderators in here. I got Dasha in here. What role in this situation here with this expect the unexpected? It's like something better will come instead. Okay. Somebody went into some type of work, starting up some shit in this lifetime, and they could have, what they wanted to happen is not gonna fucking happen. And okay. Instead, a earth angel will be protected from this person. And if you have a gifted child or children or something like that, your child or your children will be protected also. Something better will happen instead. This person, I keep telling y'all, it's something about somebody being aired out. It's something about somebody losing and being defeated. And they're the ones that's stuck. And if y'all been in my lives, you know I've been saying it's something about a person trying to get you back to them. Somebody is desperately trying to get an earth angel back to them so that way they can avoid the motherfucking karma and backfire that comes with the work that they did, the offering that they did somebody here. If you have a child that's connected, that connects you to this individual, and again, this is not everybody's story, take it as it resonates. If I need this fucking child, of course, I'm going to have to get the co-parent. I'm going to have to get the parental figure to come back over here also. I need both of them. Okay, so that way I can get the parental figure, the protector out of the way, and then I can get to this child and do whatever the fuck I need to do with this child to finish this ritual or this offering and save myself. I think this shit is very complex. I think that there's a lot of depth to this, and I think like it's a lot of twists and turns to this shit, but I feel like whatever this person was expecting you to do, however they were expecting you to respond, you did not move in the way that they expected you to. Somebody thought they were going to take some type of status or something like that that is not theirs, and they're not going to be able to do that. It's hot. I'm on fire over here. It is hot, y'all. Okay, Holy Spirit, tell me what role somebody tried to steal. There was some type of strategic moves that somebody, that Seven of Swords, keep trying to show itself. Somebody was real sneaky. Somebody was real. Thank you. Okay. It's something about like this person trying to move real strategically with you in one way or another when they were trying to, like, I just heard blindside you. Somebody was setting, it was a setup from the very beginning. And like I said in my story, it could be on some shit where you could have realized a drastic, for those of y'all who are co-parents with a karmic, okay? Like I said, you could have had a very challenging experience with this person, very traumatic, chaotic experience with this person. It could have been on some shit where prior to you getting pregnant or prior to you getting this person pregnant, they could have been on their best fucking behavior, somebody here. And then after they solidified a pregnancy or something like that, this person could have completely switched up on you and could have turned into a living nightmare. And I keep saying that. Like, a lot of people could have not known exactly who the fuck you were dealing with behind closed doors because somebody could wear their mask, okay? Somebody could wear their mask in front of others like really, really well, okay? And it could have took you a while to see who this person is, somebody here. That they played you, that they set you up for the okie doke like King Solomon did to Queen of Sheba. And y'all reversed the genders. Like, it's like everything was all good. We having a good time. We're, exchanging gifts and all of these different things. It's all this love and, hospitality and all these fucking different things or whatever the case may be. And then this person switch up, set you up for failure, basically, to get what they truly want from you. And it's something also about, because Queen of Sheba, she comes from royalty. She comes from luxury. She comes from, you know what I'm saying? Again, she's a queen. She's a queen. Y'all reverse genders as you need to. It's something about the bloodline being very fucking important. So whoever you are, collective, as the earth angel, as the chosen one, prior to meeting this person, you could have already had something of substance, some sort of stability for yourself prior to coming into some type of connection with this person, because the Empress is out here in reverse. You could have gotten into some type of dynamic with this individual and started taking L's, somebody here. You could have, with the Queen of not the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, you could have gotten into this union with this person and started taking fucking L's. You know what I'm saying? That could have been what this was. And because this union was a distraction. And y'all, I've said things like that before. Somebody like, well, if I can distract you, you will lose sight of what you're supposed to be doing, which ultimately, you know, takes you off and out of alignment of your purpose and who you're supposed to be. There's some envy and jealousy here that somebody's co-parent has for them. And you haven't done anything to deserve this. This is somebody who has like hatred and animosity that is like deep in their fucking core. And I said this, somebody is rotten to the core. So if somebody saw you living a certain type of way and their life was already in shambles, or they were already dealing with a karmic cycle because of something that they did in a past life or something like that, this go round, they weren't going to have status and things like that. This person intentionally like sought you out. Again, it's like the bloodline matters. It got to be the perfect host. It matters. That's what this is. Holy Spirit, tell me what role my collective play in this. The Five of Wands is in reverse. Try to destiny swap. Try to destiny swap. Okay? It always goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more about this. And for some of y'all, if you look into your bloodline collective, do your due diligence to look at your family tree. Look at and ask questions. If there are still family members that you speak to, ask questions about these elders. Were they gifted? What did they do? What types of things did they accomplish during their lifetime? And things like that. Somebody here, somebody's gifts as a chosen one, your gifts come from your maternal side. Somebody here. Your spiritual gifts come from your maternal side. Somebody here. And I guarantee you, if you were to do your due diligence and go back into the family tree, so on and so forth, ask the questions, you will be able to figure it out. What was it? And so you were the perfect host, somebody here. What was this that, what was the role that my collective played? Yeah. What was this role that my collective played with this situation? The Tower. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is significant. Somebody here, you are causing a tower in this person's, I just heard you just foiled their entire plan or something like that. Also, let me tell y'all something. You could have not been as tapped in with your spiritual gifts when you initially encountered this person. Or you could have been in a space where you were still figuring yourself out. Somebody here. But it's something about you going through some sort of awakening while with this person, or since you separated from this person. Okay, the more distance, the more time you spend by yourself, self-reflecting, doing that introspecting and things like that, you're able to like gain this higher sense of consciousness. Somebody went through a dark night of the soul. Okay, there's a earth angel that went through a dark night of the soul, and you survived this tower, this dark night of the soul, and you were able to see what you needed to see. And you did what you needed to do to make the healthy decisions and changes that you needed to make. And when I keep telling y'all, it's something about when the call came from the divine for you to step up, you answered the call, y'all. You answered the call. And whoever this individual is, they were not expecting you to, for one, recognize the motherfucking call. For two, actually answer it and get in alignment with what you were being called to do, which you're more than just a protector. But for somebody here, it is very important, especially as a parental figure, for you to protect this child. This is an innocent child that somebody is trying to get a hold of, or somebody tried to get a hold of. And we know, and I'm not trying to go into what goes on in certain societies and things like that, but if you are on a certain side, and if you wear a tinfoil hat every now and then or all the motherfucking time, you know that doing things to the children is something that has been a thing for a very, very long time. Okay? There are certain people that are just, children are not safe around them. It's a lot of things that people do. Okay? So this is not a far-fetched ass thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes we can get it misconstrued and think that it always had to be some type of elite, higher up type of scheme, but it's not always like that. There's some lower level individuals that try and get their hands into these type of, things also. Okay? And I just feel like whoever this person is, when they made this offering, somebody went to a voodoo doctor. Somebody also has a voodoo doll. Okay? Somebody could have taken a trip to New Orleans or something like that, or somebody could be from New Orleans. All right? Confirmation. Somebody done something. Somebody's connected to somebody that's from New Orleans or something like that. Okay? This person wasn't expecting for you to go through this awakening like this. This changed everything unexpectedly with this tower here. You changed everything. You caused the tower by waking up. You changed everything by waking up somebody here. That's what you did. That's the role that you play. It's like you caused a disaster. Okay? The Page of Cups is in reverse. Okay, so it's something about with this Page of Cups reverse, because my next question was, what unexpected situation are they dealing with? The Page of Cups in reverse. There's some type of disappointment or something like that when it came to some type of offering. Somebody did something when they were very fucking young, y'all. Something is being blocked. You waking up blocked some type of offering that they gave when they were young, emotionally immature and unstable. You waking up caused for their offering. And you know what's so crazy? With this Page of Cups reverse, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn could be significant. Whoever this person is, they're not sorry for what they did. This is an emotionally detached, cold-hearted individual. You guys, they're not even sorry. They play innocent. This is also somebody that plays naive, like they don't know what the fuck is going on. This could be somebody like, oh, I don't know nothing about spirituality. I don't know nothing about that type of shit. Whole time, like I said, whole time, this person is deep in over their head in dealings with darkness. Like I said, King of Solomon had 72, according to the text, had 72 demons that he controlled, that he was working with, okay, in order to acquire the status that he was able to acquire. And I don't think people knew that he was into that type of shit. Okay, it's something about this person. You caused a tower in this person's life, and now they're in this space of defeat. Somebody offered a painful ending. That's what somebody was offering. A very, very painful ending for another individual. And somebody did a lot with that 10 of Swords there. Gemini energy could be significant. You make somebody feel like and look like a failure. That's what you did, collective. That's what you did. Thank you. And you know what? That makes so much sense. And I told y'all, what the fuck did I tell y'all? I said, the work that you doing here is bigger than you. It's impactful in all of the best ways. Somebody here, that's why there's so many targets on your motherfucking back, collective. Because look at what you're doing. Somebody here, you saved 2 generations, 2 bloodlines, or 2 like chosen ones or something like that, somebody here, by you answering the call and putting a stop to something that somebody offered. Like you blocked it. And they wasn't expecting to take this L like this. They wasn't expecting it. That's why I'm telling you, if you wasn't shit on shit, they wouldn't be going so fucking hard to get you the hell up out of here, collective. If you wasn't shit on shit, that's why you can't ever be sitting up there, you know, downplaying or discrediting yourself, somebody here. Like this thing is so much bigger than you, collective, and you out here showing up every day. Just you merely existing. You out here making a difference, somebody here. You out here putting a stop to darkness. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. Somebody is one of God's like toughest soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And you always show up. Archangel Michael, okay? Somebody here, you know, you're very, very protected because you're here to protect and help other people. Somebody here, you're a healer. And I keep telling y'all that whatever your line of work is, however you encounter people, however you help people, you are a healer, somebody here. You make people's lives better. You are a light in people's darkness. Somebody here, the divine, the Most High God works through you. And you allow this in your day-to-day existence. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody wasn't expecting, especially if they had you in a space over here where you were, you know, dependent on them, where you were not trusting your intuition, where they were distracting you or creating some type of disconnect between you and your spirit guides or something like that. You know, this person thought they had you, but it's something about you going inward and doing some type of self-reflecting and shadow work on yourself. And for some of y'all, you went through a dark night, or you went through your awakening started while you were with this person. And that could have been a very uncomfortable experience for you, somebody here. And I say that type of shit all the time because when you're going through shifts and transformations and drastic transformations like this, you start looking at everybody and everything around you and you could feel so fucking out of place. Sidebar, somebody's eating nachos or something like that. Somebody's eating nachos, or I don't know what that's about. I just seen nachos and jalapenos and cheese or something like that. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Get some water. Somebody needs to get some water. Make sure you're drinking some water. Somebody, I don't know what the fuck that's about. Anyways, that could have been a very uncomfortable like reality for you. Rotel or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck that's about. That's random as hell. That's for somebody. I don't fucking know. I see the small tortilla chips. Like, I see the small ones. I don't know what significance that has to do with this. I don't fucking know, but somebody's eating nachos or some shit like that. Somebody could be of Hispanic ethnicity. I don't fucking know. Okay? Or you just like Mexican food or some shit. It's something about, like, you going through this awakening and they wasn't expecting this, y'all. You made this person look like a failure. You said, I sell nachos. Hey, Mr. Silver Fox. You said eating it now. Hey, barbecue Doritos. Now I like me some Doritos with my nachos. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, y'all, it's hot as hell. It's hot as hell in Georgia, y'all. I can't even lie to you. Okay, my AC is like, I don't think my baby hanging on for real. Okay, Holy Spirit, what was this person's faith? We got this North Node energy out here. Okay, the Lunchable nachos and shit. Okay. Somebody here, this person, we got this North Node energy out here. It's something about this person being in a space where they wasn't worried. What is it that, you know, this person wasn't worried about when it came to some type of, they thought they were moving forward in some type of positive direction? What is this North Node energy here that somebody had all of this faith in? Somebody, dragons could be significant also. Somebody has a dragon tattoo or something like that. Okay, it's something about somebody feeling like they were pressed for time, or somebody is feeling pressed for time when it comes to reaching some type of goal. Capricorn energy could be significant. Okay, Capricorn energy could be significant. All right. Somebody's the GOAT. Somebody figured they were the GOAT. And that's what I'm saying about this King of Solomon here. King Solomon, right? King Solomon was supposed to know everything. And it's like, you know, when I seen Queen of Sheba come out here, it's like somebody was faced with a test when it come to some type of pathway, y'all. Somebody was faced with a test when it came to some type of pathway, and somebody thought they knew every motherfucking thing. When the opportunity came for them to make this decision, they didn't worry about it. They thought they knew what they were talking about, but they failed some type of test. And like I'm saying, it's something about, I feel like the test that this person was facing in this lifetime was for them to pay back whatever the fuck karmic debt, whatever they did in their past life. They were faced with a test, a pathway to choose how they were going to show up in this lifetime. Okay? And they failed. It's also something about somebody believing in a Timu ass spiritualist that purposely led them astray. It's something about, because when I think of this Queen of Sheba and this King Solomon story, right? She took him some roses, like some roses or something like that. Like, and one of her riddles or one of her tests for him was for him to be able to pick out which one was the real one. One of them was real, one of them was fake, or whatever the case may be. That was one of the tests that she, she gave him, basically to test his wisdom and to see if he was like the wise man that everybody proclaimed him to be, like far and wide. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of low-key, based off of the storyline, he kind of low-key cheated when he answered that test, when he answered that question. But neither here nor there. It's something about somebody when it came to this pathway. Somebody was cocky. Somebody was arrogant. Somebody thought they was the GOAT. Somebody thought they knew what the fuck they were talking about, but they were basing their decisions off of some faulty ass information that a Timu ass spiritualist was giving them. So when it came time for them to make some sort of decision on which path they were going to go, they had all of this faith. They weren't worried about reaching their goal. Okay, somebody was like, the time is now. Somebody felt pressed for time. Somebody also felt like, if I don't take this opportunity now, I may never get this opportunity again. And considering my life is in shambles and chaotic, it's unstable, the time is now. The time is now. I have to do this now. Okay, the 8 of Swords in reverse. Look at this. Somebody, like, to free themselves, they tethered themselves to darkness. They tethered themselves to darkness. There's some trickery, some illusions. Somebody thought that, hey, Tasha, somebody thought that they were freeing themselves from some sort of trap, some sort of restriction. But the reality of it is, the only person or the only thing that was restricting this person was them and their mindset. It was them and their mindset, somebody here. You know what I'm saying? They had to get out of their own way. That was their test this lifetime. But somebody chose the wrong path. They chose conflict instead. I heard fool's gold. That was what they were being offered. Some type of trickery or something like that. Somebody was getting over, creating some type of illusion for them when it came to this North Node energy, this moving forward, gave them all of this faith, which if we take it back, that's exactly how the fuck he did that shit with Queen of Sheba. It was emotional manipulation, all of the illusions, all of the things. There was trickery to convince her that he was as wise as he made himself seem to be. Okay, but the only way that he knew which rose was fake and real is because he had his people open a window or some shit like that based off of the text, and the bees came in and chose the real one, and that's how he knew which one. So there was some trickery there. He didn't do it because he just knew without any sort of outside influence. There was some trickery there. And that's what is given. Give me, what's this faith? Like, what's this North Node energy here? Like, that this person wasn't worried about. Wow, wow, wow. Thank y'all for 154. What's this North Node energy? Where does somebody think they were going? Okay, the Seven of Swords came out in reverse. Give me more. What's this about? Somebody knew. They knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. That's why they don't feel any type of empathy or any sort of like sincere, like I'm sorry or anything like that. That Page of Cups is in reverse. Somebody knew what they had planned for a person. They knew what it would take, but they did not care. Tell me about this. Tell me about this. What's this about? The World is in reverse. They just sorry they got caught. Okay. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy could be significant. Seeking personal gains. Wow, you guys. July 21st could be significant. Somebody felt they were stuck in a cycle of failure. Like somebody was a failure. There was no success. That wasn't, I mean, you know, they would have cleared back their karmic debt this lifetime. But as far as status and wealth and all of those things, that wasn't a thing for them this lifetime. They were stuck in some type of cycle because of what they did. Okay. It's something about this person when it came to them moving forward, they knew exactly what they were committing themselves to, this deception. And it's something about this person was supposed to rethink this. Like they were given ample opportunities to like rethink this situation, this decision or something like that. Somebody always knew what they had planned for another person, y'all. I can't get past that. They always knew what they intended to steal from another person or something like that. And they weren't worried about it. They weren't worried about it at all. Somebody just was worried about the fact that they were stuck in some type of cycle and they wanted out of it. They wanted out of it. Somebody felt like it wasn't going to end like how it wasn't going to end well for them or something like that. That's all they cared about. They knew they were stuck in some type of cycle. Somebody had got the short end of the stick like as a child, y'all. Well into like their adulthood or something like that, you guys. And somebody made some type of pact or something as a teenager, young adult or something like that. They were young as fuck when they did this shit. Or they were emotionally immature when they did this shit. Give me more on this. The Queen of Cups. Wow, you guys. There she go. Somebody knew what they were doing to a Queen of Cups. Y'all reverse generous as you need to. A loving, generous, kind-hearted, feminine energy. They knew exactly how to make this Queen of Cups feel safe. It's also something about strategically moving to prevent a cycle from closing out with this person also. Somebody here, you're a healer. I'm telling you, it's something about who you are. The Queen of Cups is here, whether masculine or feminine. You could be very psychic. The Empress is over here in reverse. It's something about like somebody's a leech. Somebody was dealing with a motherfucking thief. But this is like not your regular ass thievery or some shit like that. Okay, tell me about this. It's like the time is now. Somebody seized the opportunity and they took it or something like that. The Four of Pentacles is in reverse. To get another person to open up to them or something like that. What's this Capricorn energy about? What's this? What was the goal here that somebody, what was the goal that they wanted with the Queen of Cups, whether masculine or feminine? The Page of Pentacles is in reverse. Somebody wanted that's why that Empress is in reverse. Okay. Somebody wanted a earth angel, a chosen one, to lack commitment. Okay. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. Be in some sort of energy of procrastinating when it comes to your goals or things like that. Also, it's something about somebody not wanting you to have money of your own. Give me more on this. I'm telling you, the Fool is in reverse. Big Aries, somebody wanted to hold somebody back. Somebody wanted to hold somebody back. Somebody tried to play you like you were naive or foolish. Somebody tried to play you like a fool. Okay? Somebody gave a faulty offer, a faulty love offer of commitment to a Queen of Cups. Y'all reverse genders as you need to keep some type of cycle open to help them, you know, when it comes to stealing something that they wanted for themselves to change their reality for like success or something like that. Tell me about this faulty love offer here, this offer of commitment. Like it was an insincere offer to hold somebody back. Okay, what's this about? This was their goal. Tell me more. I'm too motherfucking hot right now, y'all. I'm too motherfucking hot right now. The King of Cups is here. Thank you for those heart me's. Thank y'all so much. Okay. The King of Cups is here. I told y'all this. Somebody came in really, really charming. Really, really sweet. Somebody came in looking like your motherfucking person. Okay. Somebody came in looking like your motherfucking person. But this was a setup from the very beginning. Somebody already knew what they had planned. Somebody just figured they would take your kindness for weakness. Thank you so much. Okay, something about the objective was to have you lack, you know, devotion and commitment to the directions and the things that you're feeling called to do, your connection to the divine. Somebody purposely was trying to block somebody's intuition. Somebody's very gifted. I'm telling you, somebody here is very fucking gifted. And your offspring, your children, are gifted as well. Somebody here, you're very valuable. I keep telling y'all that you're very valuable in the spiritual realm as well as the physical realm. Somebody here, that's what this is. Somebody was looking for the perfect fucking host, and I think that with the Fool coming out in reverse, and with this expect the unexpected, somebody, you're a lover girl, a lover guy, real sweet, innocent, real sweet, compassionate, nurturing person, emotionally stable, caring individual. You just focus on the people that you love. You take care of the things that you're supposed to take care of. You're a very loving, diligent, and elegant individual, whether masculine or feminine. Okay? It's easy to approach you. People feel safe around you, whether masculine or feminine. You are a protector. You are a safe haven for people. And it's something about with this Queen of Cups energy, it's something about, see, when it comes to the Queen of Cups, it's important for you to make the Queen of Cups feel safe. It's important for you to make the Queen of Cups feel safe. Okay? Because that's the only way. Like, she's really loving and charming and things like that, but she really focused on herself, focused on, you know, doing what she needs to do. Like, if you look at the Queen of Cups here, she focused on her own cup right here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody knew that it was important to make you feel safe, to take your focus off of you and what you are working on and pouring into yourself and your peoples and the things that you feel called to nurture and love on and all of these different things. Somebody needed to take your attention and focus off of that and put it on them. Get you totally wrapped up in them. This would block you from doing what you needed to do, what you came here to do. Somebody here, which will ultimately end in some sort of painful, you know what I'm saying? Some sort of painful, some type of painful way for you. Okay, it's also a lot of cheating in this mix. It's a lot of people in this mix also. Like, somebody here, this person could have never been faithful to you. And it could have been like that because they never, and I hate to be so blunt about it, but we gonna have these conversations over here. Somebody never came into a union with the intentions on actively pursuing you for matters of the heart, for love. Somebody here, that's why this person was able to treat you the way that they were able to treat you, undeservingly and unprovoked. Somebody here, you know what I'm saying? They never came into this with the intentions on loving you. Somebody came in looking for the perfect host for whatever the fuck they were trying to manifest for themselves, okay? Somebody's goal was to have a earth angel stuck. Scared to take off, scared to make certain decisions, heartbroken, full of pain and sadness, emotional distress, taking losses, full of depression, all of these different things. That's what the Three of Swords is about. That's what the Three of Swords is about, you guys. Okay, but you did something they wasn't expecting you to do. You woke up. Okay. So tell me about this. We got status symbol. This shit was so crazy to me when it came out. We got status symbol in reverse. It says someone's chasing symbols instead of substances and wondering why it still feels empty. Somebody thought they was fin to have the entire ambiance. It's also something about an entourage or something like that. So somebody could have wanted to be in some type of limelight or something like that. But whatever the case may be, somebody's not a status symbol. This shit says it's not for you. Okay, this card right here says the current energies are not leading in that direction at present. And then it was clarified by it's not for you. Okay. This person, they're not this lifetime. Okay, what was blocking their energy? Like, what was it that was blocking them from receiving some sort of status? What was blocking their energy? What was it that was blocking this person's energy? The Nine of Wands is here. Sagittarius could be significant. And this look at this shit, y'all. It says, I put on here, I'm the victim and blocked. Come through, Spirit. Trust, a test of their faith. Test of their faith. When the Nine of Wands is in the upright, somebody has to be resilient. Somebody has to have faith and endurance to, even though it's hard and even though it's challenging, they got to have the courage to continue pressing on and fighting a good fight, if that makes sense. Doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was tired. Somebody had been going through the motherfucking ringer this lifetime, you guys. I'm telling y'all. Somebody had been going through a challenging time, a challenging life, you guys. Somebody could have had like the first 9 years, and either the first 9 years or 9 consecutive years in a row, somebody was getting their ass taken through the ringer. Okay? But it's something about, give me more on this. This person's faith was being tested. This person's faith was being tested. And that was a part of their, like I told y'all the other day, right? I was like, you was sitting in the room with these folks and y'all was taking 2 different type of tests. Y'all were taking 2 different type of tests, somebody here. This person's faith was being tested from some shit from a past life that they were needing to rectify in the eyes of the divine. That's why they wasn't getting what they wanted, some type of status, some type of luxurious lifestyle, some type of notoriety. Their energy, it says the current energies are not leading in that direction at present. Somebody had a victim mindset and their faith was being tested. And somebody folded. They gave into darkness instead of leaning in towards the divine. Okay? Tell me more about what was blocking their energy. Thank you. Thank you. Tell me more. Hey. The Page of Wands is in reverse. Heavy emphasis on a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody just, you know what this person kept doing, y'all? The reason why somebody was a fucking menace as a child, you guys. I'm sorry. I think that this shit started for somebody as a child, y'all. They were young. They did some reckless shit, created some type of conflict or something like that. Somebody was a troubled child or something like that. Somebody just kept doing shit going in the wrong direction, creating all type of conflict and shit like that, getting into all of the wrong things with this Page of Wands reverse. Again, and like I said, it's something about this person being connected to the wrong group of friends or the wrong group of people influencing them or something like that. That's why their energy was not in alignment with some type of lifestyle that they wanted. They came here to rectify some type of karmic debt from a past life, and they did not do what they came here to do. It's like when their faith was being tested, they became even more disobedient, is what I just heard. Veering off course of their spiritual path, creating more and more conflict in their life. And somebody started doing this shit young. Somebody started doing this shit young. There's also something about, like I said, whoever this person is, the family dynamic that they were born into didn't really give a fuck about this person, y'all. Somebody could have literally had to figure it out on their own, starting at a very young age. And, you know, it's one of them things where if it's not taught at home or something like that, you take the risk of this person or this child going out into the streets and the wrong person or the wrong group of people getting a hold of them. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. I feel like that's exactly what happened. Somebody also didn't believe in themselves, for real, for real. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Give me more on this. What was blocking their energy? Thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for all the gifts and stuff. What was blocking their energy? Why they couldn't have this? The Ten of Pentacles is here. You know what? Somebody just said something about robbing some folks. And you know what I just thought about? Like, somebody could have been doing that type of shit for real as a child. I just heard somebody's a stick-up kid. Who sing that? Is that 50 Cent? Stick-up kid? Who is that? Who is that sings stick-up kid? Life Jennings. That's Life Jennings. I just heard stick up kid. You know what also, you guys? So sidebar. Somebody was, this Ten of Pentacles here, somebody could have come from some type of like family dynamic that maybe they didn't have the best, but they weren't as like, you know, this is for some of you guys, maybe they weren't as, you know, wealthy, but they were comfortable in one way or another. This person could have come from this person could have come from some sort of family dynamic, okay, that really tried to set some type of tone for them, and this individual could have just been a fucking rebel. That's equivalent to some kids that grew up in the suburbs or something like that, but they swear they want to be hood. Like they can't, you know, they just want to be in the hood so motherfucking bad. And it's like, you come from the suburbs, man. Like, you go to private schools, your parents are doing their fucking best. We literally just seen a very, very like big case with a situation similar like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And a young ass group of boys and a young female done threw their whole life away. You know what I'm saying? Threw their whole life away. That's for some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, parents actually could have been trying. They could have did their best. But this person wanting some type of luxury, some type of status, wanting to, you know, live a certain way, look a certain way, or something like that. They figured they would do it their way. But whatever this is, their faith was being tested. And whoever this is, they just like, they veered off course. Okay? Tell me more about why they weren't allowed to have the lifestyle that they wanted. Yeah. The 7 of Wands in reverse, because somebody lacked control, y'all. Somebody lacked control. Okay, somebody had already given up or something like that. Somebody lacked control of themselves or something like that. Tell me more. Yeah. They just accepted it. Like somebody just accepted their circumstances for what they were and took matters into their own hand. That's what this is. Somebody was like, again, paying something back, y'all. Paying something back in one way or another. Their faith was being tested. This person did not do what they needed to do. Instead of getting on the right path and rectifying this shit this lifetime, they just veered further and further off course. And I feel like I said, somebody found the perfect motherfucking host as some type of, you know, like I said, a surrogate, some type of, you know, I heard scapegoat or something like that. And it was important for this person to get an earth angel in some sort of position. But like I said, this person wasn't expecting for you to be an ascended master. They wasn't expecting for you to be an ascended master. And they also wasn't expecting for you to be as guarded and protected as you are in the spiritual realm. Your guardians, your angels, they do not play about you. Now somebody is in their thoughts about some type of path that they chose. There's a lot of emotional challenges and things. Hey, babe, there's a lot of emotional challenges and things like that somebody is in their thoughts about, especially when it comes to some feminine energy and some type of work that was done towards a feminine energy or with a feminine energy or something like that. With this pathway that they chose, somebody's trying to resolve some type of issue. Okay, so what challenges are they currently facing, Spirit? What challenges? Is something about some type of drastic transformation. Again, they wasn't expecting you to do what you did. What are these challenges that they're currently facing, Spirit? The Knight of Wands is in reverse. Leo and Cancer could be significant. Somebody pissed off. They all over the place. Somebody's throwing a fit also because it's not going as planned. It's not going as planned. Somebody's very frustrated. Their energy is all over the place. Tell me more about the challenges that they're currently dealing with. Somebody rushed into something impulsively. And like I said, whoever this is a real cutthroat ass individual, y'all. They don't give a fuck. The Knight of Wands in reverse don't give a fuck. Okay, they're impulsive, they're reckless, they're ruthless. They don't give a fuck, y'all. They don't. They're all over the place. It's like a ticking time bomb or something like that. The 10 of Wands just tried to flip over in reverse. Somebody is overwhelmed and woe the hell out now. And we know why they're woe the hell out, because everything that they did and sent out, all of these work and everything like that we're finna get to, this person is dealing with the backfires of it. Tell me more about the challenges that they are currently facing. If I can get my deck under control. The 8 of Pentacles is here. The Knight of Wands reversed to the 8 of Pentacles. And it says, resolve the issues. Somebody got mommy issues. That's for somebody. There's like a, y'all reverse generals and roses you need to. There's like a distorted masculine energy that got like severe mommy issues that they need to work on. Okay. Somebody's working diligently on something with this 8 of Pentacles here. Somebody's rushing. They're panicking is what I just heard. Somebody's all over the place when it comes to some type of work or trying to get something right, trying to resolve something or something like that with this 8 of Pentacles here. Like this is all that they're focused on. They keep trying things with this 8 of Pentacles here. Like somebody's in their thoughts about creating some type of pathway to like, you know, fix something with maybe an earth angel. Like, I feel like that's what this is. Tell me more about this work. These challenges, but this is challenging for them. Tell me more about it. What's challenging about it? Somebody's all over the place. The 6 of Wands is here. Tell me more. Y'all, somebody, let me tell y'all something. You separated from this person and you doing well. Somebody can't stand that shit. Somebody here, they cannot stand that shit. Somebody here. Whatever challenges that somebody thought they would have you stuck in over here. They didn't expect for you to overcome and keep you in some type of cycle of, you know, being fearful, being heartbroken and depressed and, you know, low vibing energy, distracted over here. Remember, we had the Empress. The Empress is out here in reverse. Codependent, you know what I'm saying? Insecure, ignoring your intuition and not knowing which direction to go. Somebody here, let me tell y'all something. If this person is trying to do work on your stability or something like that, it's not fucking working. It's not working at all, y'all. And this person cannot stand seeing you motherfucking shine. They can't stand seeing you be recognized, seeing you be shown love. They can't stand seeing you overcome these challenges and shit like that, that somebody thought you would be too scared. Now, mind y'all, over here, the goal that somebody, this card on the Capricorn card, right? It says the day-to-day reality of. Okay, use the most business-like way. Okay, somebody was strategically moving, Seven of Swords reverse, to keep a person distracted, procrastinating, non-committal, and things like that, where you don't step up. Okay, it's something about being lazy. The Fool is in reverse, having you holding back, scared to take action. You know what I'm saying? Making bad decisions, being naive and foolish, and all of these different things. Dealing with heartbreak, suffering, you know, love triangles and things like that to keep you unstable, emotionally unstable. When the Queen of Cups is emotionally unstable, it's bad. It's bad, somebody here. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you guys, like, that's what this person, that's in order to fulfill whatever the fuck they were trying to do, right? Okay. It was important to keep you in this fucking energy, but you did the unexpected over here. For some of y'all, you rejected an offer from this person. You rejected a love offer from this person in a way that they was not expecting for you to do. Okay, somebody came in giving you a faulty ass, insincere love offer, or for some of y'all, there's somebody that came towards you giving you a faulty, insincere apology to get you to come back. And if we take it back to what I said, it's important for you to feel safe, so that way you can come back around. And for those y'all that got a child with this person, the child that was sacrificed, that's not for everybody. The child comes back with you. Okay, so if I keep you in a low vibrational space, the Empress is here in reverse. If I keep you in a low vibrational space where you're codependent and clingy onto me, okay, and you need me, you can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. You can't move unless I say you can move. You can't, you just can't move how you need to move to protect yourself and the child or the children from what the fuck I got planned for us, for them. You know what I'm saying? For everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you did something that this person wasn't expecting. And now, like I said, this person is in this space of defeat. This person feels like a fucking failure. Somebody here, you got this person face on the pavement because you switched up in some type of way. And if they're watching you, I'm telling you, somebody is heavy in their motherfucking thoughts about you. Okay? This is a issue. This is a issue, somebody here. Okay? For this person trying to figure out what work they can do to lead your path back to them or something like that. And this person is pissed off. This person is pissed off, y'all. Okay? That's what this is. Because you're winning. They're doing all of these things. Somebody is heavily focused on what another person does for work. Whatever you do for work, however you're making money or whatever you're doing to keep yourself stable, somebody is really, really good at what they do. Somebody know that shit like the back of their hand. Thank you, D. I appreciate it. Somebody is being praised and recognized Whatever you're doing for work, whatever you're working on is paying off for you. And it's something about this person, like they're pissed off about it. And like I said, if you're flourishing and you're doing amazing things and you locked in and I can't get your attention to distract you and throw you off your pivot, throw you off course, fuck with your emotions and shit like that. If I can't do none of that, then I can't get you back to me. And if I can't get you back to me, all of the shit that I prepared expecting for you to be here, I have to deal with the backfire of it. I've already committed to my path over here. I already chose. I already decided. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was getting myself into. The time was now, the time was then, whatever the fuck that looked like. I took it. And now this shit is not going as planned. So somebody, just as they knew what they were doing, they know what the consequences are if they don't complete whatever the fuck this offering or ritualistic work was that they did somebody here. And you not being in some low vibrational space, some, clingy, you know what I'm saying, codependent ass energy, this person knows that the likelihood of you coming back to them is slim to none. On top of that, somebody here, you know who the fuck this person is. You know who this person is. Somebody got a jealous, envious ass co-parent that cannot stand the fact that they met you and you were winning. And they figured they would take your ass down. Okay? They was not able to do that. You left they motherfucking ass. And you back winning. You back winning somebody here. While this person is over there in despair. We just saw that. Somebody is in despair from the work that they did. While you over here, 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Confirmation, stable, victorious, making progress, confidence through the roof. Receiving your flowers. Somebody here being recognized. Some of you guys are very fucking popular, and it was always destined to be that way for you. That's why I told y'all from the beginning, the bloodline matters. Somebody here, you are an ascended master, you are an earth angel, a chosen one. You are always destined for greatness. Somebody here, that's exactly why somebody wanted you. That's exactly why somebody wanted you. Tell me more about this. Somebody, it's a challenge for this person, you being in some sort of positive, stable energy. Also, somebody thought that you, for those of y'all who could have dealt with some type of living arrangements, like instability or something like that because of this person, okay? Somebody did not think that you would be able to get back on your feet regarding having you somewhere to stay, okay? Somebody didn't think you was going to be able to do it. That 4 of Wands was there. Somebody didn't think he was going to be able to overcome them challenges. But that give me 10 Wands, basically. Somebody, you went and did whatever the fuck you had to do to be able to overcome that hardship of being homeless, being left out in the cold, and all of the fucking things that come with being in that type of predicament. This person purposely set some shit up to where you would be dependent on them, or where they thought you would have to come back and deal with their bullshit because of a lack of support or something like that. But you overcame that shit, somebody here. You don't gotta run back to their motherfucking house, is what I just heard. Somebody here, the divine, you got guardians and protectors around you that see into it that you have everything that you need because of the decisions that you made during this situation right here with this person. So you're not gonna go without somebody here. You're not gonna be in a place where you have to go back to this person and deal with the bullshit that they have set for you. That's not gonna happen, somebody here. You're gonna continue to elevate. You're gonna continue, again, that's a thing of the past, somebody here. Thank y'all so much. That's the thing of the past, somebody here. That's 6 of Cups here. Somebody can only reminisce and think back to a time where you were dependent on them, where they had the upper hand over you or something like that, with emotional control, financial control, whatever the fuck that looked like. That's a thing of the past. And that's why this person is over here going the fuck off and frustrated. Because again, there's a drastic transformation here. And you are not the same person, nor will you ever be that same person that they expected you to be in this dynamic. Somebody thought that there would be no fighting when it came to, they thought they had moved strategically with this shit. Like you would have never saw it coming or something like that. They would have been able to easily have their way. But again, somebody was following instructions from a Timu ass spiritualist or some type of faith or confidence from somebody that didn't even know what the fuck they was talking about, or they left some shit out. Some things weren't made clear to them. Somebody here, they didn't know all the ins and outs of you and who you were and what you were going to do and how you were going to flip the script on this whole fucking situation. Somebody here, they didn't expect that part, so they couldn't prepare for that part. Somebody here. Yeah. Tell me more. Give me one more. What are the challenges? Somebody, you stable and you ain't got no reason to go back to this person. On top of that, you see them for exactly who the fuck they are. Like I said from the beginning, you could be one of the few people that can actually see this person for the motherfucking manipulative, narcissistic, you know what I'm saying, individual that they are. This is a covert narcissist. They got a lot of people fooled, but they don't have you fooled at this point. And this is a problem. This is a problem, because if anybody needs to be distracted or if anybody's judgment needs to be clouded, it's yours. But that's not the case here. That's not the case here. Give me one more. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. The Ace of Pentacles. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody getting them a new job, or somebody done got them a new job after some type of breakup. I'm telling y'all, this is a family dynamic. This is a broken family dynamic here. This 10 of Cups in reverse. Y'all, somebody set some type of illusion, made you think that some type of family dynamic was going to be a certain type of way, only for it to be struggling, only for them to cause chaos and it be emotionally unfulfilling. Somebody here. This person did not come into this with the intentions on being a family man or a family woman or some shit like that. This person came into this with their own ulterior motives. Somebody here. That's why whatever they promised to get you comfortable, to get you to let your guard down, to make you feel safe with them, once you did that and they got you in a position that they wanted you in or needed you in, this motherfucking person switched up on you. And they thought you would be stuck in that energy. But that wasn't the case. Somebody here, there's a new job coming in, or somebody got a new job. Somebody also got a lot of opportunities. Somebody's going to have some type of opportunity, or somebody got an opportunity to be in the public eye. That's coming in for somebody here. Okay, 9 Pentacles, basically. Somebody, you working on something. Somebody could find themselves being very, very, very fucking well known. Somebody here. I mean, very, very well known. Somebody here. Okay. I don't think somebody, like I said, somebody got a hating ass co-parent. This person was not expecting for you to see your value, for you to have self-confidence, for you to believe in yourself. Okay, nor were they expecting for other people to believe in you and bet on you and invest in you as well. And the fact that that is what's happening, somebody is losing their motherfucking mind, y'all. Somebody is losing their motherfucking mind, y'all. Okay, this person can't stand that it's you, but the thing is, it was always you, baby. It was always you. It was always you. There's definitely some type of opportunity coming in here. Somebody going to try and give somebody some type of offer or something like that. The challenge that this person is dealing with, y'all, is that you're too stable. You've ascended. Also, you got a lot of manifestations that's coming in, y'all. Somebody, money. There's so much fucking money out here. Somebody. There's so much motherfucking money out here. And this was always destined to come in for you. Somebody's a master manifester. Somebody gonna have whatever life it is that you envision for yourself. With this 6 of Wands here, whatever this is that you envision for yourself, you gonna have it, collective. You gonna have it. Somebody here. Because of the path that you chose. And this makes it very, and for some of y'all, this is already coming in. Somebody's so focused on work right now, it don't make no sense. And your standards, that's another thing also. Your standards are so much higher. This person doesn't fit the narrative. Like, they don't fit the expectation, this could be the type of situation where it's like, I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking being interested in you or fucking with you in the first place. I should have never been caught up with you. It's something about somebody's light bulb going off. And it's something about your taste is different at this point. You know what I'm saying? Your taste, you look at shit different at this point. Now that you done gained some type of sense of like wisdom, some type of knowledge, you done been through some shit that done changed you and transformed you in some type of way, where that shit that used to get you going, the shit that you used to be into, you like, I don't even fuck with that type of shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Heavy emphasis on you don't fit my, I'm not feeling it. I'm not interested. That's another issue for this person, because they're not your type at this point. They're not your type at this point. Somebody got a lot of suitors also. You could be too focused on work to even realize that these people are checking for you, but you got a lot of people at your job, at the motherfucking local grocery store, at the motherfucking library. Somebody be at the library or some shit like that. It's wherever you be at. Wherever you be at, wherever you go, you got people 1111. Wherever you be at, wherever you go, you got people that's checking for you with this 6 of Wands here. You can also get a lot of attention online, somebody here. Okay? This is a problem for this person because they need you to come back. But with you being in this energy, you're vibing way too high to go back to this person. Okay, so what are their thoughts about their current reality right now? What are their thoughts about their current reality right now? I'm gonna get over here to this Marie. What are their thoughts about their current reality? Oh shit. Ooh. Somebody, you're very, very powerful. Okay. Big Capricorn energy. For their thoughts about their current reality. Sheesh. Somebody is in some very toxic self-sabotaging energy right now. Tell me more about their thoughts about their current reality. What's this devil energy about for their thoughts about their current reality? They're wide open. 4 of Pentacles reverse. They're given, something has control over this person. The 4 of Pentacles, they have to generously give to something. There's a dark entity that's controlling this person, that they've tethered themselves to. I'm telling y'all. And that's why it's an issue. That's why you being in some type of energy where you done changed in some type of drastic way, this person is not getting you back. They're not getting you back, and no spell work is working on you either. That's why somebody's losing their fucking mind. Nothing is working. They keep trying things, trying to get the shit right, but nothing is working. You're vibing way too high. Thank you. This person is like, there's the 4 of Pentacles reverse also talks about somebody being possessive. This person could be possessed by a dark entity that's controlling them. Tell me more about it. They're wide open. Tell me more about this. They know what they're giving to. They're having to feed this shit, and no. Capricorn, very, very heavy. Somebody's spending a lot of money on some type of addiction also, trying to control the narrative, trying to control somebody's reality. Somebody's spending a lot of money on spell work. Somebody's also spending a lot of money on like trying to sabotage your forward movement in some type of way. They're going crazy with that shit, trying to get you back under control, because this person is being controlled by darkness. Like, they're wide open. There is no protection for this person. We already know that, though. Tell me more about how they, what are their thoughts? Who needs to get the safety? The 5 of Pentacles is here. Okay. Somebody feels out in the cold. Somebody feels out in the cold. Somebody feels isolated. Somebody's very worried. Somebody's definitely trying to save themselves. Somebody's desperately trying to save themselves. They're trying to figure out how to save themselves. Somebody is out in the cold. Somebody here. And this person is very, very insecure at this time. Whatever money, they don't have it, y'all. Somebody don't got no motherfucking money. Or they're going broke. They're going broke after this breakup. after this breakup. This is a collective. There's a lot of disharmony or something like that. What was this action? Before I get over here, because we know that they're losing this fight. And it's something about be careful what you wish for. Okay, somebody is very uncertain on how this is going to end, but they will take this L. They will take this L. Tell me about what was the action that they took towards Marie Laveau. And I might be butchering her name, you know. What was this action that they took towards Marie? Somebody went to a voodoo doctor or some type of, they went and did some type of offering or something like that. What did they want for Marie to do? What was this action? I figured. Nine of Pentacles. That's what she do. They give offerings. You give offerings to her for healing, love, and fortune, stability, abundance. That's they went towards Marie for this Nine of Pentacles. Stability, a luxurious lifestyle, being self-sufficient. Mind y'all, somebody was over here. They had already accepted their reality of being basically a failure. They were going through the ringer. They were going through all these challenges and hardships. Somebody with the Seven of Wands in reverse. They had given up, y'all. They were out of control. They had given up, y'all. They went to Marie. They took action towards Marie for the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody wanted to be very, very stable. Somebody wanted to be financially independent, have all these nice things, you know, live a certain type of lifestyle. Tell me more about why they went to Marie. Because they were burdened. This is a lot. The Ten of Wands is in reverse. Somebody felt burdened. They wanted some type of relief from all of these things. We know they was burdened over here. We know they were burdened. Somebody wanted relief from all of these things that was piled on them. They wanted the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. They wanted stability. They wanted a nice, luxurious lifestyle. They didn't want to worry about finances or anything like that. But that's not what this lifetime looked like for them. Somebody was stressed. They wanted some type of relief. That's why they went and took action towards Marie. What did they... And they was expecting for her to help. What were they willing to do for this help? Like, what was their offering? Like, if we can know anything about that, what were they offering for this help from Marie? And they still broke. We know that they're taking a loss. They opened Pandora's box and they cannot close that shit. They were willing to do whatever. Tell me, what were they willing to do for this help? Like, what were they offering to Marie? The Page of Swords is here. Truck about to get repo. Give me more. They went with some type of new idea or something like that. Somebody went and they did their research on this, I'll tell you that much, or at least they called themselves doing their research. What were they willing to do? Like, what were they offering for this? The Five of Swords is in reverse. Okay. Somebody was stalking another individual. Oh my gosh. Somebody was stalking another individual. Shit. There's a reconciliation here. You remember I said something about somebody could have came to you and gave you some type of insincere apology or something like that, and you could have rejected their offer or something? Somebody was stalking another individual. Tell me more. After they kept attacking you though. Like, they kept attacking you. Somebody wanted to make amends with somebody that they were stalking or something like that. That Knight of Swords keep trying to, like, they were full speed ahead. They knew exactly what they needed to do. What was their intentions? Like, what were they offering to do? But this is a snake. The Five of Swords is here in reverse. This is somebody that will attack you, like stab you in the back for no reason. No reason. Trying to come back in and be like, oh, my bad for stabbing you in the back. You know what I'm saying? I won't do that shit again until the perfect opportunity presents itself. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Tell me more about it. The King of Cups. Oh, my God. Tell me more. And the Queen of Wands. There's a group of them. There's a group of them. There's a group that went to a voodoo doctor. They was attacking an innocent person. Tell me more. Somebody was being stalked. Somebody's still being stalked. It was something about like they needed to give some type of reconciliation here. What were they willing to do though? The Queen of Wands is here. The Two of Swords. Give me more. And Judgment. Something is somebody said no. Somebody said no. Somebody was going into like somebody. It's like for these options, they were willing to do all type of shit, y'all. They were willing to do all type of shit, y'all. Like they gave all type of offerings. They gave all type of offerings, y'all. Somebody also gave a lot of different offerings or something like that. Like I told y'all, it's something about some work that somebody was doing. They've been doing a lot of work, y'all. Somebody did a lot of work. They gave a lot of offerings. And it don't have to be that they gave these offerings to Marie. They could have just gave them to somebody that is like, you know, maybe well respected, you know, in the spiritual community as far as being a practitioner, a priest, a priestess, or something like that. But it's something about this person, you know. They could have went and tried to lie to whoever this practitioner is or whoever this person is. I just heard that. Play innocent. Seem like they on the up and up or something like that. They definitely traveled far to meet this person. Somebody went to a whole nother state or something like that. Somebody went to a whole nother state to connect with somebody. Or maybe even a whole nother country or something like that. And give some type of offering or have somebody do some type of work for them or something like that. And they did several different things, y'all. They were willing to do and give several different type of offerings to like have somebody stalled or something like that. Somebody was trying to dictate and control some type of reconciliation with you after they had attacked you. This person... It's like two of them, for sure. This could be a couple. And y'all remember we had a reading. I was like, what is it that the collective's past person like so much about this karmic? Like, what was it that attracted them so much to this karmic? And we got that the karmic was with the shits. The karmic was willing to break the rules and stuff with them. This is a karmic ass couple. This karmic was just like your karmic ass person. This rebound. But they stuck with this motherfucking rebound now. Or some crazy ass shit like that. That's a whole nother storyline. I'm just, you know, putting two and two together here. Because they're not getting this victory despite how many offerings that they gave. To stall you out. To block you. Somebody also like... somebody's under judgment. Somebody also believed that they would be forgiven for whatever the fuck they've done. That's just like, you know, ooh, I'm not going to get into that. But somebody thought that they would do this to an innocent person, maybe even an innocent child, and that they would be forgiven for what they've done. That was somebody's belief also. Somebody went to a voodoo doctor to like have a person be forced to come back to them so that way they can finish off this this ritual. Okay. Tell me about this Queen of Sheba over here. Well, anything else you want to add about Marie and whatever this is, like, because she came up for a reason, but I feel inclined to say, like, that was just a reference for somebody went to a practitioner. Yeah. Yeah. They did work. They did work for some type of reward. What did they think the reward would be? Let me just ask. What did they think the reward would be? The Knight of Swords, success. Success. The Four of Cups is here. Somebody also thought that nobody would know what the fuck actions and moves that they made also. They thought that nobody would know. Nobody who knew the truth would be around to either tell it, or nobody who knew temperance, peace, and balance. Okay, somebody here, whoever this person is, they thought that they would have balance, peace, you know what I'm saying, harmony in their life because of the actions that they took, success, you know, and that nobody would know what they did, what they offered, you know what I'm saying. Nobody would think, it would never be revealed. Somebody thought that because they went the spiritual route that it would never trace back to them. But again, you are not moving how they expected you to move. So that's exactly why this shit isn't working. And everything is going back to this person. Tell me about Queen of Sheba here. What's this about? Yeah, strength. Strength. Big Leo energy. Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Leo. It's something about whoever you are, collective, you done overcame some type of challenges like people ain't never expected for you to be able to do. It's something about your courageous, your bravery, okay, your focus, okay. The Wheel of Fortune is here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Somebody here heavy on that fire sign energy. Somebody here, this is turning out in your favor. Somebody here, that's what I'm saying. This is turning out in your favor. This person is being aired out. They thought that this shit would never trace back to them because they went and they abused divination to pull this shit off. But everything is going back to this person and they're going to be exposed. Give me one more. Give me one more on this for Queen of Sheba. And Queen of Sheba is here and her card says secrets revealed. Uh-oh. Secrets revealed. Okay. And you know, this is somebody being in their rightful position. Like I said, Queen of Sheba, she was very, thank you. Who's that? Miss Berry, thank you. Thank y'all so much for your gifts. You guys, she already came from royalty. She came from luxury. She came from abundance. You know, being gifted, destined for greatness. You know what I'm saying? She just got tricked. She got tricked. You know? She got taken advantage of. Somebody here, y'all reverse genders as you need to. But it's something about you to learn some type of lesson and you came back. You coming back stronger than ever. These motherfuckers could have never. They could have never expected you to spin the block like this, collective. They could have never expected this. The divine is controlling everything. It's something about divine time and being at play this entire motherfucking time. Somebody with this night, not this night, this hermit card out here. Somebody, you went behind the scenes and got yourself together. Somebody here, you was out of sight, out of mind with this hermit energy here. I just heard bulking up. Damn, somebody be in the gym. Somebody was behind the scenes getting strong. You know what I'm saying? Building their confidence, getting wiser. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here, it just took a little time. These motherfuckers could have thought, like, you could have dipped off. Somebody here, you could have dipped off. You could have left. Like when she left King of Solomon, after she got, you know, she got duped, basically. She left with a baby and shit. You know what I'm saying? The child that she birthed became something amazing. Like, she continued on and lived her legacy and all of these different things or whatever. But it's something about the lesson that you learned, the way you handled this lesson that you were being taught by the divine. Again, it's something about you doing some unexpected shit, y'all. They did not predict you to go from Empress Reverse to Strength, Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. This person wasn't expecting you to do that, man. They wasn't expecting you to be this strong, this confident, this wise like this. The divine has been guiding you the entire time. And when your faith was being tested, you passed your test. You did what you were supposed to do. You made the changes that you needed to make. It's some type of pivotal turning point that somebody found themselves at in their life. And when it came to that end all be all decision, somebody here, you did exactly what the fuck you were supposed to do. And that's exactly why this is working out the way it's working out. And you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have anything to worry about, somebody here. You don't have nothing to worry about. You done been through the ups and all the downs and all those different things, and the strength is out here. You've been holding that shit down throughout the entire motherfucking ride. Somebody here, maybe at the start of the ride, you could have been like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now you holding on to that shit like, okay, we finna do this, we finna do that. Like that type of thing. Somebody you don't have anything to worry about, somebody here. That Empress is in reverse. You could have been unstable for a little minute, but not anymore. Not anymore. Tell me what's being exposed real quick. Tell me about what's being exposed. Okay. Doing the dolphin and shit. Somebody like, okay, bob and weave. You know, stick and move type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something about dirty laundry that somebody wanted to keep hidden. But the tea is being spilled. Okay. The tea is being spilled. The tea is being spilled. I gotta go to another deck. Let me go to this deck right here. Holy Spirit, what's this tea that's being exposed? What's this tea? I am hot in a bitch. Okay, what's this tea that's being exposed? These folks was unrealistic. They were unrealistic, like for real. I'm telling you, it's a group of them. 3 of Pentacles, not 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups reversed, 3 of Swords here, 5 of Swords there. It's a group of them. That's 8 Swords. They're all stuck. They're all stuck. They're all trapped now. They're not celebrating and having fun no more. We finna get into their ass too. What's being exposed here? What's the tea? What's the tea here? A goat. The 3 of Wands in reverse. Let me tell y'all something. Whatever the fuck they thought was coming in ain't coming in. I'll tell you that much. Falling in love is in reverse. Falling in love is in reverse. Yeah, somebody thought that they had, there you go, I see it. Look, ex drama. Somebody thought that they had open access to you or some shit like that, your ex, but you ain't dealing with no motherfucking ex drama. Okay, after this person backstabbed you, look at this, backstabbed and back together, both of them in reverse. You're not letting nobody come towards you. Somebody here, you real selective about who come around you and who you be around and shit like that. You ain't letting this motherfucking person come back around you after they done stabbed you in the back. You ain't dealing with this person's drama either. Somebody here, you're dealing with good karma at this point. Somebody's got their karma that's coming in and it's in full effect. Somebody here, it's in full effect. Somebody, you have earned your earth angel wings. Somebody here. Somebody here. Like, that's what this is. And it's something about, like, not going back into some type of third wheel love triangle type of situation. You could know that somebody is attached to a motherfucking third party or something like that, that they be abusing divination with. Whatever the case may be, this person, I'm telling you, living some type of double life, or they was trying to live some type of double life. Somebody was playing both sides. This person is dealing with so much fucking turmoil. This person is dealing with so much fucking turmoil, you guys. Like, that's what this is. They were wearing a mask and you're not coming back, thank you, babe, to some type of love triangle, some type of drama after this person did you the way that they did you. Hell no. That's why I said they better be worried. They ain't got no choice but to be worried somebody here. The 3 of Wands is in reverse. So whatever the hell they was waiting on to come in, especially if they was waiting on you, especially if they were waiting on you, please don't ask to join my live. You're not coming. They thought some shit was right on the horizon, some type of forward movement, some type of expansion or something like that. Somebody thought like everything was smooth sailing. That's not the fucking case. There's also something about like there's a lot of obstacles that these people are dealing with that they were not prepared for. Tell me more about the tea that's being spilled. What's going on with these folks? They're getting a lot of like, it's a lot of pushback. It's a lot of unexpected things coming in for this person that they were not prepared for. The plan, I'm telling y'all, this breakup or this separation, whatever the fuck this is for somebody here, is not going as planned. You're not coming back. That's why I said this breakup, this is a permanent breakup. This is a permanent separation here. Somebody, and it's a lot of tension between you and this person. And you could be like, man, I'm just trying to keep it cool, but just stay the fuck away from me. And somebody, you could be making that clear where you stand with this person. Tell me about the tea. What's this dirty laundry that's being exposed? The Magician is in reverse. How they was over there manipulating energy. How they was over there manipulating energy, trying to get shit to come in. Somebody is being exposed like for being the fucking narcissist, the emotional, spiritual, financial manipulator that they are. Very narcissistic energy. Tell me more about it. What's being exposed? They're being exposed for fucking they're fucking with people. Somebody takes advantage of people around them also for their resources. This is somebody that doesn't have it, y'all. This is somebody that does not have it. This is somebody that will use people. They're an opportunist, y'all. This person knows no loyalty. Like for real. And they're being exposed for what they've done here. Some type of illusions that they created. Give me more on this. What's being exposed? When I tell y'all whatever they was doing behind the scenes, whatever motherfucking trickery that they were doing behind the scenes, big Gemini, big Virgo, okay, Leo as well as Aries, whatever the hell they was doing behind the scenes, it is coming out. It's coming out how somebody lost their way. Somebody is being exposed. Tell me more about what they were generously given to. Somebody has been generously paying for spell work, y'all. We know that they've been doing that over here. They've been really giving to this shit. Tell me more. It's also something about if this person was stable in any type of way, it's being exposed how they acquired some type of stability and the corners that they cut. Okay? Is being exposed. There's also, sidebar for some of y'all, there's somebody that created an illusion for a group of people that some type of reward would come in if they helped this person to attack you and do work on you or something like that. And we've been seeing that storyline. Also, this person is being exposed for like being a fucking liar. Like they can't give these people or whoever they was putting on payroll or whatever the fuck they call themselves doing. Like do this work for me today, I pay you tomorrow type shit. Whatever the fuck that was. This person is being exposed for being a liar. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not as powerful as they thought they were or something like that. It's something like that. Tell me more where some money came from, or that's some money that they thought they was going to be able to generously give. They're not going to be able to do it. It's not coming in. Give me more. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody is realizing that a karmic film lied to them. I told y'all somebody was being led astray. Somebody's a pathological liar. Tell me what this queen, what's being exposed about a Queen of Swords reverse? What's being exposed about this Queen of Swords reverse? The Nine of Pentacles is here. Some type of stability. Oh my God. Tell me what she did. What happened here? What's being exposed about her Nine of Pentacles? The Chariot is in reverse. Big Cancer energy. Damn. It's being stopped. Somebody's movement is being stopped. Somebody's stability or independence or something like that. Whatever work somebody was doing, whatever work they was doing to be stable in some type of way, it's being exposed, y'all. Somebody's a bitch. Somebody got a real bitch working with them. A cutthroat, violent, grimy ass bitch that's working with them. Liar. Somebody also was generously given to a fucking lioness practitioner or something like that. This bitch was eating. That shit is being put to a stop. Everything's being exposed. This whole organization, this whole group, coven, whatever the hell they call themselves, they're all being exposed. Again, they started some type of fight. The Queen of Swords in reverse. They started some type of fight or whatever the case may be. And it's like, be careful what you wish for. Because they done started some type of fight that they are not going to be able to win. Somebody could box, like in the physical. It's not yet certain here. So somebody, they don't know how this shit is going to end for them, but they know that they're not winning this fight. They don't know exactly what this is going to look like, you know, how it's going to happen or some shit like that. But they know that they're fucked, basically. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. The practitioner is losing everything too. Give me more on this. Everything is going back. The Chariot is in reverse. Everything is going back. The work, the moves that was made, all of that shit is going back. Y'all remember, look. We seen the Chariot to Marie. We seen the Chariot to Marie. And we seen what they did. We seen what they did. Everything is going back. Hold on real quick. Let me get this little straggler up out of here. I ain't had to block nobody all night. Okay. My thumb was a little lonely. Okay, thank you. Okay, the Chariot is in reverse. Something is going back to them. All of this work, all of this stuff that they was doing. I'm doing good, babe. How are you? Okay. Everything is going back. Give me more about what's being exposed here. Give me more about what's being exposed here. The Six of Swords. Somebody trying to get away also. Why somebody left? So they know why you left. The truth is being exposed for why you left somebody and got the fuck on, collective. Why you changed and why you made the moves that you made. And here goes somebody and they motherfucking baby. Somebody took them and they baby and got the hell on. Got the hell on. Tell me more. It's being exposed now. Everything that was done. Everything that was done to you. Somebody took them and they child, they children and got the hell on. Got you to safety. And with this Six of Swords here, you had guidance from the other side. Somebody's ancestors helped guide them out of some type of predicament. And they've been protecting you. They also been like somebody been your guides have been like shielding you. Shielding you. Like there's so much guardian protection, y'all. Only thing you needed to do was protect yourself in the physical. Your team is protecting you in the spiritual. Tell me more about it. Everything is being exposed and you're not coming back. That's another thing also. You're gone. You've changed for good. Yeah, the Queen of Cups is in reverse. Wow. Tell me more about it. How somebody made you sad. How they broke your heart. How they created all of this emotional instability with you. You know what I'm saying? How they let you down. Tell me more. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody was obsessed with greed. Somebody tried to use their money to control a relationship or something like that. Somebody also tried to paint a narrative that another individual was crazy, but that's not the case. And it's being exposed why you left somebody behind. It's not that you were crazy. It's not that anything was wrong with you. It's that this person wasn't safe to be around. They wasn't safe, and you knew it. You knew it. The High Priestess is here. They wasn't safe for you to be around, and it wasn't safe for your children or your child to be around this person either. Somebody here. The King of Pentacles, this is a father figure. It's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Mature masculine energy. Somebody here. Y'all reverse the generals and roses you need to. You are ducked off. somebody here. You are ducked off with this high priestess energy. You know a lot of things and you moving in silence, somebody here. And you're being guided to do this. You trusted your intuition and got the fuck on. And you also could have said a few things on your way out the door. That it took a little time with this Wheel of Fortune here. It could have took a little time for folks to see what you was talking about, to actually hear what you had to say. And it all happened exactly how and when it was supposed to, somebody here. This person is being exposed for everything that they did to you. How far left field they were willing to go, all of the illusions and all of the manipulation that they created, all of the lies and deception, all the things that they stole. Somebody's mask is being ripped away from their motherfucking face. Okay, how do people view this person now? Real quick. How do people view this person now? The 10 of Wands is in reverse. Somebody is overwhelmed. They dealing with a lot of challenges. How do people view this person now? The 9 of Wands is here. Somebody is struggling. Somebody's trying to hang on. Somebody's trying to press on, but this person is going through it. How do people view this person now? It's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of skeletons. Okay. It's a lot of... This person is dealing with a lot of challenges and hardships. People are seeing this person go through it. How are people viewing this person now? Somebody got a lot of people that's realizing that they are the reason for their struggles and the challenges that they're dealing with in life because of the type of moves that they make. Somebody is also looking for or seeking protection in some type of unions or partnerships or something like that. They trying to find people that will work with them or collaborate with them, cooperate with them or something like that. Some of you guys, this is same sex. Okay, give me more on this. How do people view them? The 5 of Swords is in reverse. Somebody's resentful. But again, somebody, Justice in reverse, big Libra energy. Somebody could be going around saying that they want this partnership back with you or something like that, that they're so, you know, resentful and regretful for what they did and all of these different things or whatever the case may be. But with the Justice in reverse, this motherfucking person, people see that this person is not taking full accountability for how, you know, they disturbed the peace, how they wasn't fair in this relationship with you. And people are realizing with all of the things that's being exposed about you and about this person and why you left this person and what they was doing to you behind closed doors or, but you know, within the privacy of your relationship, people are realizing that this motherfucking person is the reason why they're dealing with the you know, the chaos and the turmoil and they're in despair. It's because of their own doing. It's because of their own doing, somebody here. They strategically work this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to steal from you, trying to have you unbalanced or something like that in some type of union or something like that. This was their own doing. And people see that they're not taking accountability, that they're not right. They're a liar and that they can't be trusted. That's what people are seeing about this person with everything that's being exposed. Somebody tried to make it seem like you were crazy. Like something was wrong with you. Whole time you were being abused in one way or another in this union, so that way this person can live out some type of fucking sacrifice or ritual that they was trying to do for themselves. This person was never in this union with you for love from the fucking beginning. That's why they was able to treat you like this. But somebody got their child or their children, you got in your car, you got in your truck, you got in your SUV, whatever the fuck, you got on a bus, you got on a plane, you got on a train, okay? And you got the fuck on from this person and let them deal with this shit by themselves, and everything is being exposed now. And that's why somebody is over here realizing that they're not finna win some type of fight. They're not finna win some type of fight. The 9 of Swords is on the flow in reverse. Okay, somebody is so fucking worried. They didn't think that they had anything to worry about, but now somebody is living through a nightmare. Tell me more about it. What's this about? Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for. The 10 of Pentacles is here. Somebody wasn't worried about it. Like they thought that they would be able to easily acquire some type of inheritance. The bloodlines are important. The bloodline, somebody come from a wealthy, stable motherfucking bloodline. Somebody is also the one that changes the tradition in their bloodline. Somebody here, you are the black sheep and you did what you needed to do, or you're doing what you need to do to change the trajectory of your bloodline. Somebody here, you're the one. The bloodlines are important, and this person is not, they're not of substance this lifetime. I hate to say it like that. Okay, somebody thought that there wouldn't be any fight. They thought that they didn't have anything to worry about. But it's something about they got to fight, they got a pushback like they wasn't expecting. So it's like, be careful what you wish for. You opened this motherfucking door. You started this shit. Now you got to finish it. But it ain't going to end the way that they think it is. Tell me more. Look, I'm telling you, look at this shit here. The 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. This person is stuck and they scared after being in some space where they thought they didn't have nothing to worry about, that it wouldn't be no pushback, no fight. Tell me about this 8 of Swords. Somebody playing victim, acting like I can't figure it out. It's like, yeah, bitch, get your shit together and do what's right and stop trying to attack an earth angel. Going on about your motherfucking business, pay back your karmic debt, whatever the fuck that look like. And, figure it out from there. But somebody up here acting like they don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you know what the fuck you need to do. They just don't want to do that shit because they know what they had in store for somebody else. And for some of y'all, it's not just you. It's an innocent child also. An innocent earth angel. 2 innocent earth angels. Somebody knew what they were sacrificing. Tell me about this 8 of Swords here. Be careful what you wish for. Now somebody is stuck. Somebody is stuck. The Temperance is in reverse. Big Sagittarius energy, Gemini as well, Virgo also. What's all this instability about? Somebody panicking, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this motherfucker is scared. This motherfucker scared, y'all. Somebody is scared as fuck. All of the worst things that they could have thought could happen is happening. They came into this fight like, man, okay, that could happen, but it ain't gonna happen. That shit is happening. It's happening. Somebody here, this person is unstable. They are uneasy. There is no peace or balance in this person's life. Somebody here. There's a lot of extreme shit that's happening. There's a lot of paranormal activity happening in somebody's life also, is what I just heard. Yeah. You go conjuring up shit. You go giving offerings and things like that. You got to deal with that sort of thing when you dealing with these deities and when you giving these type of offerings and shit like that, trying to sacrifice and have painful endings happen for folks. Okay. That's what this is. Tell me more about this instability here. Somebody is panicking. They rushing. The strength is here. Big Leo, what's this strength about? Trying to overcome some type of challenges. We already know they trying to overcome some type of challenges. Tell me more about it. The Queen of Wands is in reverse. Wow. Okay. What's going on with the Queen of Wands reverse? What's she got going on? Not the Temperance, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Wait a minute. Hold on, because we got trouble in paradise over there. Hold on, y'all. Queen of Wands, King of Cups came out over here. They was the one that went and took action towards Marie, or the practitioner. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody needs safety. To the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't think these folks is working together like that no more. Somebody, now that they're losing some type of fight, they're losing this attack. These folks ain't even working together like that no more. Oh snap, thank you. Y'all, I am hot as fuck. My motherfucking hat sliding all over the place. Whew. Okay. Somebody is scared now because there's some type of conflict. Why these two ain't working together? Hold on now. Somebody could have thought that they would be Bonnie and Clyde forever, y'all. that as long as I got you and you got me and we on the same page, we can get through whatever. But it's like, no. Three of Pentacles reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody is selfish. They could be saving themselves. They could only be thinking about themselves at this point. Not wanting to work with this person anymore. Somebody having to be real strong. Somebody having to be real strong through some type of instability. And it's like, be careful what you wish for. Tell me more about it. What's going on? I'm trying to end this shit, man. I've been trying to end this shit for like the past like 15, 20 minutes. Tell me more about it. Oh my God, because they not getting what the fuck they want. They're not getting what... Let me tell y'all, the Queen of Wands reverse, this is of selfish, self-serving. They both the same, they belong together. That's what's like, be careful what you ask for. Somebody was really crazy about whoever this third party was because they thought this third party was like on the same type of time as them. They was with the shits. I'm telling y'all, they was with the shits. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. Somebody was like, oh, okay, you came out Queen of Cups energy. This person showed up pretending to be King of Cups energy. Y'all reverse genders as you need to. Somebody was supposed to do right by you. They were supposed to do right by you. That would have been their way of rectifying this motherfucking karmic debt, like choosing the right path, okay? But instead, they chose darkness. This person never came into this union for real, looking for love for real. They loved the Queen of Wands. They was wide open for the Queen of Wands. A kitchen witch, or, you know, somebody real witchy or some shit like that. Maybe even somebody real popular or some shit like that. I don't know. They was all on the same type of page. They was on the same type of time. Okay, so somebody was wide open, real loving, generous, and kind-hearted to whoever this Queen of Wands is when she was in the upright over here. When they was taking action, doing all of these rituals and giving all these offerings and things like that, trying to attack you, trying to get you to come back and all of these different things. But y'all remember, we just said it's clear and evident that you are not fucking coming back. You're not coming back. So whatever the fuck offerings they were doing, whatever they thought they were finna gain, they're not getting it, somebody here. And because they know that they're not getting it and everything is being exposed, it's like the group is falling apart. But especially these two lovers here, these two, you know, Bonnie and Clyde. The Queen of Wands is like, you know, saving herself or some shit like that, because with the Three of Pentacles first, we're not reaching the goal. I don't want to work on this no more. We're not getting what we want. I'm not going to get what I wanted out of this. Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm not going to get what I wanted out of this. I'm not emotionally fulfilled with this. You know what I'm saying? Again, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The opportunity ain't coming in, y'all. It's not coming in. They're not getting this offer, this stability, this life-changing money, wish fulfillments, emotional fulfillments. Somebody, they're not getting it. Whoever this Queen of Wands versus, this is a very materialistic, selfish ass, you know, seeks outside validation, all of those type of different things. That's the type of feminine this is. That's the type of feminine this is. And now that whoever this is realizing that whoever this third party is, remember I said there's something about a love triangle here also. Okay, whoever this person is that they could have chose over you to really do love, like to love this person, they're like, what the fuck, I'm not staying with you and we ain't getting the money that you said we was gonna get. We ain't finna live the lifestyle that you said we was gonna live. You made all of these promises saying that some shit was coming in and it's not coming in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working or something like that. Somebody got to be real strong, because when it come down to either spiritual jail or physical prison, somebody is not dealing with the individual that got their best interest at heart and that won't flip on them in order to save themselves. Or somebody's going to leave an individual to deal with the karmic pushback, the karmic backfires, or at least that's what they think. They're gonna leave this person to deal with that shit by themselves. But like I keep telling y'all, it don't matter how motherfucking far these two or whoever was involved try and get away from each other, try to disassociate themselves. Y'all remember, we keep getting that word, disassociation, trying to hide the fact that they were involved in some shit, trying to clean their hands and all of these different things. But it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Everything is being exposed. Okay, they're not winning this fight. That's what this is. It's like, be careful what you ask for. They should have left you the fuck alone. They should have left you alone. And for others of y'all, they should have left you and your damn child alone. Because somebody wasn't expecting for you to stand on business how you stand on business. And that's what I said earlier. They wasn't expecting this. Somebody is definitely in a fuck around and find out. Like, and I said that as a parent. Like, when you become a parent and you really locked in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really step up to the plate to be like an attentive parent. You find all type of strength You find all type of strength and endurance that you could have been like, if it wasn't for them kids, man, I don't know how I would have pulled that shit off. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't had them here, man, I don't know, whatever. But you find all these different avenues and ways and capabilities about yourself when you become a parent, because it's not about you. Them kids ain't asked to be here, and you got to do what the fuck you got to do to make that shit make sense for them. You know what I'm saying? So you find all type of strengths. You start thinking all type of solutions and shit like that. A way has to be made out of no way when you are a attentive, active parent. You know what I'm saying? This person wasn't expecting like for you to show up in some type of boss ass, strong ass energy. Somebody wasn't expecting you to be this motherfucking strong, to be this wise. Somebody thought they had fucked with your head enough to have you confused or detached from your intuition enough, but it never really gave that for somebody here. For somebody here, what happened to this person? Like, what happened to them in their past life? Or what happened to them in their past life? Like, what was that about? The Two of Wands is here. There was some type of decision that this person made in a past life. I knew it. They've been doing this cycle, man. And it's something about they would have got forgiveness. They would have been forgiven. Okay? They could have, it's something that they did in their past life that had they done what they needed to do this time around, they would have got forgiven. But, it's like, yeah. It's something about like the Four of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's something about this person. I feel like they created instability or something like that. Maybe in a family dynamic or something in the past. Some type of community or something like that in the past. Okay, confirmation. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They were distracted. Their attention wasn't on, maybe their union, maybe their relationship, their family dynamic wasn't their main priority in a past life or something like that. They could have been obsessed with status and notoriety then also. You know what I'm saying? It's something about some type of decision. Somebody was 1 foot in, 1 foot out or something like that. When it came to like some type of like, actions or something that they made, some type of plan of action that they took in a past life. And this is why they needed to rectify this shit this go round. And you know what? That makes sense. Somebody came back without the status, without the stability. They were supposed to choose love. They were supposed to choose the relationship. They were supposed to choose stabilizing a soulmate union. Okay, somebody here. You know what I'm saying? It's this what this person was supposed to choose this go round because they hadn't done it in their past life. Somebody here. And they didn't. They fucked it up again. Somebody failed a test, the same test again. Give me more about what happened. Page of Pentacles reverse. Page of Pentacles reverse, non-committal, procrastinating. Somebody was supposed to learn from the failures of a past life. But this was the same test, y'all. Somebody was non-committal. They were given an offer in a past life and they were supposed to commit to it and work on it and build it and nurture it. And it has something to do with a union then. Thank you for 600. Thank y'all for 605. It has something to do with some type of higher level of commitment then. And they did not do it. They did not do it. Look. 8 Pentacles technically in reverse. They wasn't interested. They wasn't interested. They didn't have self-discipline or something like that. This go round, they were supposed to do it differently. And they failed this test again. They failed this test again. And I just feel like somebody went so far off the fucking deep end. They were willing to do whatever. Like the King of Pentacles in reverse, obsessed with greed, status, and money, and making risky investments and things like that for money and power. That's what somebody was on. Yeah. The Knight of Swords is here. What's this Knight of Swords about for what they did? What was this action that they rushed into? Or they had their mind made up? They wasn't interested. Wow, 4 of Cups. What the divine was offering them. Somebody learning like the same fucking lesson. They were supposed to take action towards a commitment in a past life. For some of y'all, you could have done past lives with this person. They could have betrayed your ass in a past life the same way. But this time around, you learned your lesson. You did what you were supposed to do. You cut the fuck out and broke the cycle. Somebody here. Damn, come through, spirit. The world is in reverse. Y'all, that's crazy. You broke the cycle that somebody wanted to keep you stuck in. Damn. For some of y'all with this Four of Wands out here in reverse, for some of y'all, this could be a karmic twin. This could be a karmic twin for somebody here. Damn. Somebody could have a child with their karmic twin. Like, that could be a thing for some of y'all. Okay, tell me about these friends. Let's close this out. I'm ready to go. I'm tired and I'm hot. That's a karmic twin flame, yeah. With this Four of Wands out here, again with that 1111. Okay, somebody, they wasn't interested before. They only care about status and money and shit like that. Like, that's why somebody would go to these extreme measures for this shit, man. Like, that's what this is. Somebody, this is crazy as fuck, y'all. I knew this shit was gonna be crazy. I didn't know it was gonna be this long though. I gotta get up off here. I'm too fucking hot for this. Give me this. What's going on with this friend group? I told y'all they not celebrating now. I told y'all whoever this person, this third party, or these friends, these people that they got connected with, that they, you know what I'm saying, gave these offerings with, and all of these different things. Like, somebody, they're not celebrating with these people. They're not having a good time anymore. It's also a lot of gossip. It's so much chatter. So much chatter. Okay, this give me 5 cups in reverse right here. Somebody just trying to, like, gracefully move the fuck on. They just trying to move on. The 5 of cups out here in reverse twice technically, but it's too much chatter about the shit. It's too much talk about it. They just want to, like, move on like as if it didn't happen. They didn't think that this shit would trace back to them, but everything is being exposed. What's going on with the 3 of cups reverse? Yep. Y'all, for the 3 of cups reverse to be clarified by the 3 of cups reverse is crazy as hell, y'all. The 3 of cups reverse being clarified by the 3 of cups reverse is crazy as fuck, y'all. One thing for sure, these motherfuckers is not kicking it and having a good time anymore. I told y'all from the beginning, somebody celebrated too soon, but they had some type of, like, unrealistic expectations about this situation. It's like some type of somebody, it's a whole group of them that's like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could be trying to isolate themselves, or somebody could have a group of people that's isolating themselves from this individual, this karmic twin of yours. Tell me more about this. What's going on with this group? They doubling down on, we do not fuck with that person. Let's just put that out there, okay? The energy is heavy around that, and they talking about this person too. Somebody is definitely got a whole nother group chat going on, and they are the topic of discussion in the motherfucking group chat. Tell me more about it. The 6 of Cups is here. Whoever these people are, I'm telling y'all, that's what I said, right? Whoever these people are, these are friends that this person has known since childhood. Since they were very young. That's what I'm saying. It's something about these people been around this person for a very long time. They got a lot of history with this person. Somebody here. These friends, tell me more about it. What's going on with these friends? They know this person's history or something like that. They all real familiar with each other or something like that. Somebody is also reminiscing on how fun it used to be or something like that. Like, they used to have a good time. They used to party and bullshit a lot with these people also. That's for somebody here. Like, these could be like, oh, I've been friends with this person since high school. You know, now we well into our adulthood, and we get fucked up. We have gatherings. I be at your house, you be at my house, like that type of thing. That's like, these are friends like that. Somebody here that they've been knowing for a very long time. They got a lot of history with these people, and whoever these people are, they could be amongst these group of people that's being, is seeing the tea that's realizing who somebody is and how they don't take accountability, how they can't be trusted, the illusion that they created. Like I said, somebody had a lot of people that looked at them with a certain level of respect and maybe thought they could do no wrong or something like that. But your absence in this person's life is exposing who they really are or something like that, because you just had to get out of the way so that way they could get their karma. And that's what this is. They can be issued their consequences. And now that you are far enough removed from this person, again, somebody's life is in shambles. It's in shambles. They failed this test that they were being faced with here. Tell me about these friends. The 10 of Cups is here. Damn, it's a lot of water energy out here. Heavy Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Tell me more about it. And the Ace of Cups is in reverse. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Somebody could have a group of people that don't want to fuck with them because they know how they handle this family dynamic with you. Okay? This was supposed to be a loving, stable, overwhelmed, you know, like just overwhelmed with love and admiration and support and all of these different things, an overpour of it. These people know what happened. These people know what happened, y'all. And for some of y'all, these are friends and family members that's being cold-hearted towards this individual that don't want to fuck with this individual. They could be losing all of those pillars of support that was enabling them. Maybe when they were playing victim and making it seem like you were the crazy one, like you were the problem. These people know what this person did. They know what this person did, and they talking about this shit. They talking about this shit. We just said that these people know that this person is all, maybe even saying that they want their family back, they want this union back or something like that. But these people know why you not coming back to this person. They know why this person is the culprit behind their challenges, their dysfunction in their life, and they don't take accountability, and they're not to be trusted. They're a fucking liar. They're unfair. The justice is in reverse. These people know that. And with the Ace of Cups reverse, these folks could be being real detached, real cold-hearted. They could not be showing this person any fucking love. Like, it don't matter how much history and time we done spent together. Okay, confirmation. It don't matter how much history and time. I could have looked at you like family. Again, I've been knowing you all my fucking life, low-key. I could have looked at you like family. You intertwined with my family. I intertwined with your family, like that sort of thing. But after what the fuck we found out about what you did to an earth angel and your own family, your own flesh and blood, somebody here, it's like, nah, we can't show no love to that type of shit. Ace of Cups in reverse. After what we found out that you did in the past, the truth about what happened, why you left, that shit is being exposed. And people like, we can't show no love to that shit. That's why it's like doubling down on we don't fuck with that person. Somebody is being isolated. Remember, what did we see? Somebody felt like they was out in the cold. Somebody felt isolated. Somebody felt like they were abandoned, like they felt out in the cold, you guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why this person is trying their hardest to, like, try and get you back. Because also, if you come back, it's like, see, I wasn't that bad. If I was that bad, then Divine Collective wouldn't have came back to me or some shit like that. Not even, they're not, you know, mentioning the fact that they've been abusing divination, trying to force you to motherfucking come back against your free will. Somebody here, but that shit ain't working. All right. Yeah, the Fool is here. Tell me about this Fool here for these people. The Seven of Swords in reverse again. Somebody trying to go in and like rectify or tell some half-ass truths about what happened or the actions that they took or something like that, but they still fucking lying. Somebody just trying to save face with a group of people that don't want to fuck with them because of some decisions that they made. With the Two of Swords here, yeah. Somebody wants to not live some type of nightmare. Imagine you've been running amok. You've been running reckless with a motherfucking karmic. The karmic switch up on you because the spell work ain't working. Y'all not going to be able to take a destiny and live some type of life the way that y'all thought y'all was. Then on top of that, everybody who was in your circle supporting you and thinking that you were the victim in a situation. And we've seen that storyline also. All of these people are now realizing that you were the antagonist the whole time and that you could not be trusted, because you attacked the innocent earth angel, your own motherfucking flesh and blood, and now none of these motherfucking people want to deal with you either. Somebody is doing damage control, y'all. I keep saying this. Somebody is doing damage control. Somebody is trying to disassociate themselves from the decisions that they made to have people stall out on making certain decisions when it comes to dealing with them. But they're not telling the whole truth to these people. They're not. The hangman is in reverse. Big Pisces energy. We got a straggler up in here. Do I still got Dasha in here? I'm gonna close this out. Yeah, but you know what the thing about it is? Whoever these people are, collective, when it comes to your karmic ass ex, they've made their mind up. They've made their mind up. They see this person for exactly who they are. They're no longer caught up on this person or something like that. They know this person is very stubborn and self-serving, and this hangman in reverse, somebody was willing to make a motherfucking sacrifice, y'all. They were willing to make a sacrifice to save themselves or something like that. But yeah, this Ten of Swords verse, this painful ending that they were trying to avoid is going to happen. It's not, they're not going to be able to avoid it. And the death is here in reverse. This motherfucker is scared. They are terrified. Big Scorpio energy. Thank you. Yeah. They're terrified. There's so much fear. And what did we say? I got a card that just came out of my deck not too long ago. I said somebody, where is it? I said somebody is in debt with death. I said that, didn't I? They've been doing all type of shit to block you, to make you come back. Somebody is in debt with death. We just had a reading like this. Like, that shit just came out. This person, they've been stalking you. They've been trying to sabotage you. They've been trying to block you. There you go. In debt with death. The Grim Reaper. I just said this. These folks been trying to do everything under the motherfucking sun, trying to get you to come back to this union, so that way they could clear this debt with death. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this is. But they did this work, and this person is scared. They don't want this shit to change. They scared. Somebody's trying to see like which way that they could go, what choices they can make or whatever to bring peace to a situation. To bring peace to a situation after they attack somebody. But with the Page of Cups reverse, you are not interested in anything that this fucking person is offering somebody here. You don't want this love offer from this person. And that's the fucking truth. You see things clearly now. Somebody here, somebody trying to come in and give you some insincere apology and love offer or some shit like that, so that way they could have a breakthrough, that way they could get a victory. But you already know what this motherfucker is offering you, and you don't want it. You don't want it, so they gonna have to deal with the consequences. Somebody here, they gonna have to watch you walk away. They gonna have to watch you walk away. Somebody here, they're going to have to watch you heal and recover. Somebody finances is going to continue to go up. Okay? Somebody finances is going to continue to go up. Okay, there's a lot of great news that's coming in for somebody. With the Page of Wands here, there's a lot of free spirited energy here. Somebody is all over the place doing all type of exciting fucking things. There's a lot of exciting things that's coming in for you. The more you fucking heal somebody here. You were being attacked. That's 5 swords. Somebody here, you were being attacked. Physically, spiritually, emotionally. Attack somebody here. And you're healing. And these folks going to have to watch you get away. And have a fresh beginning. You're in alignment. You're living in your purpose. You're doing what you're called to do. Okay? That's just what this is. That's just what this is. Somebody thought they had some type of control or something like that. But let me tell you, they don't. They don't. They don't got control over shit, somebody here. They also don't have control over who you decide to work with or what direction that you decide to go in going forward. Somebody, these folks is obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you and the moves that you make and the things that you invest in. How you so fucking stable and grounded. How you ain't worried about nothing. Somebody here, you balancing it all. You balancing it. You balancing all of it in the way that they never thought that they would be able to do. Somebody is in so much regret. so much regret, somebody here, because they really believed. They really believed that they would be able to take you under with them or something like that, drag you down or some shit like that. This motherfucker really believed that shit. Somebody thought they was finna be King Solomon, whether masculine or feminine. That's what they thought they was finna be. That's what they thought they was finna be, not happening. Somebody here, you're protected. There go Archangel Michael. The divine heard your prayers. You chose the right side of history, somebody here. That's why you're continuing to ascend. You're protected. Them ancestors and them archangels, them guys don't play about you. And also, there's something about you creating somebody's going to be a star. Somebody's going to be so well known. And that's because you're following your heart, somebody here. Somebody, you so fucking dope, man. You so fucking dope, somebody here, man. Like, it don't make no sense. And there's a lot of great things coming towards you. It's a lot of moves that's finna be made. It's already a lot of moves that you making. And somebody with the Four of Pentacles reverse, the Sun, come through, spirit. You ain't got nothing to worry about, especially when it come to money, somebody here. Everything is okay. Everything is okay, somebody here. Your prayers have been heard, collective. You just need to keep your faith strong through whatever darkness, through whatever, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. No, keep your motherfucking faith strong and keep doing what you feel called to do. You are protected and everything is okay. With the Sun card here, you're going to be all right. Ain't nothing you got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about this shit right here either. We already knew that though. When we seen the Wheel of Fortune over here. We seen the Wheel of Fortune came out for you. You learned your lesson. You broke this cycle, okay? You avoided this tower. The judgment is here. Decisions that were made. You're being shown mercy, okay? Somebody here, you avoided this tower. You avoided this ending how it could have been. And you healing, you accepted some losses for the way that it is. You kept it fucking moving. And you got a warlock on your ass. Somebody pissed off because they don't got control over you. Their plan is not working. Six of Wands in reverse. You ain't interested in shit that this motherfucker got to say. You don't want nothing to do with this person. They're a failure. They're being embarrassed. This is a fall from grace. And somebody can't stand it. Because the lower they go, the closer they get to the pavement, the higher you keep ascending. Somebody can't fucking stand that they plan didn't work. Look at this fucking Emperor in reverse. Okay, Knight of Pentacles reverse. They ain't make no progress. They ain't making no motherfucking where. Everything, your destiny was protected. They were blocked. Okay? That's what this is. Somebody is stuck. Look at the King of Cups, the Lovers reverse, the Moon reverse come through spirit, okay? Somebody, they could have started a family with a motherfucking Temu spiritualist or a Temu kitchen witch or some shit like that. They stuck over there. That's why I said be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for. They're stuck in this cycle. Whoever this karmic, emotional, manipulating, you know what I'm saying, disobedient, narcissistic ass individual is, this little Temu ass spiritualist, this cycle ain't closing out with these two no time soon. I don't give a fuck if they do separate from each other. They still gonna be held accountable as a unit because they did this shit as a unit. And everything that they did behind the scenes and this crunchy ass relationship that they had going on, all of that shit gonna continue to be exposed. All of their secrets are gonna continue to be exposed, collective. And I'm telling you, for some of y'all, this shit gonna be on the news or it's gonna be online or something like that. It's not gonna go down how they thought it was. It's not gonna go down how they thought it was. Trust me when I tell you that. Okay, that's what I got for you. I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck on, y'all. I wasn't planning on being on here this long, but I needed to get that out. Like I said, this one was a little personal for me. Y'all. So I hope you guys found something insightful in this message the way that I did. Thank you, Spirit, for clarity. I appreciate the confirmations because, see, motherfuckers will have you thinking you tripping. Whole time you just early. And you got to let the shit simmer. You got to let it ride for a little bit. Sometimes you got to let it ride for a little bit. Let divine timing, work its way through the whole process or whatever the case may be. And you just got to be able to sit back and peep the scene knowing like they gonna see. And that's exactly what the fuck is happening here. This person picked a fight that they are not equipped to win. And I keep telling y'all that, so you don't have nothing to worry about. Everything is gonna be exposed. You ain't gotta go say nothing. You ain't gotta go, oh no, this is what, you ain't gotta do none of that shit. Let your guides continue to take care of it, and you continue to ascend and do the healing work that you need to do. Okay, for you and your family, for what your guides continue to take care of it, and you continue to ascend and do the healing work that you need to do. Okay, for you and your family, for what you're building, your legacy. Okay, continue protecting it, making, logical decisions that just make sense. You know what I'm saying? Doing right by people, being a good person, like that sort of thing. Okay, that's what I got for y'all. Thank y'all so much. I think that say 714. I can't see it. Whew, there is consequences and karma for these folks, and they are in debt. They went and gave these offerings. Somebody thought that they was pulling a fast one on somebody of a royal bloodline. Thought they was finna siphon a destiny. Siphon two destinies. That's what they thought. But it's not for you. You're not fucking getting it. It's not for you. You ain't taking shit that don't belong to you. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Okay? Thank y'all so freaking much. I told y'all from the beginning. I'm like, this shit is like really complex. I feel like this, Brittany, get this shit together. I feel like this storyline is like really like, it's all over the place. But I feel like we have been focusing on one aspect of it. But I think that I think it is more to this, y'all. Like, I really do. I think it's more to this. And I feel like, yes. Y'all, I didn't even know y'all was still up. Yeah, I'm finna get off right now, girl. Thank you. Okay. I think it's more to this, y'all. Somebody was supposed to break some type of, like, generational, like, not generational, some type of karmic debt or something like that. And, damn it. And they did it. They failed again. So, whew, thank y'all so much for spending this time with me. I have to go. I hope y'all found something insightful within this. Thank y'all for all of the gifts. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Okay, welcome into everybody that's new here. Okay, and welcome back to everybody that continues to tap in with me on TikTok as well as YouTube. Okay, tomorrow we will open a live up for personals. I'm not gonna go in like this. Okay, it will be a more lighter surface level type of reading, so that way I can preserve energy to do personals on the live. So if you want to get on the list tomorrow, meet me here and we can do personals on the live and give clarity on the live. Okay, if you would like a one-on-one outside of the live, the Service Plus button, the link in my bio or the description of this video if you're watching the replay, is going to be the best way to get in contact with me. I'm not on Facebook and I'm not on Instagram. I did post something on Instagram today, but that's because that's something else. I'm not on Instagram, okay? I don't post tarot on Instagram, and that Instagram page is about to be deactivated again because I got the information that I needed from over there. Okay, so I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Instagram, and I never solicit you, okay? Thank y'all so freaking much. I appreciate y'all. I know this was all over the place. I know it was really like all over the place. Okay, but thank y'all for hanging in there with me, and so we can get this clarity that we needed to get, y'all. Okay, that's what I got for y'all. I'll call my energy back to me, cleansed and purified. I send yours back to you the same. Y'all continue to protect yourself. Okay, and tarot responsibly. Remember, everything ain't for everybody. And my readings are timeless, and energy is always changing, you guys. Okay, Service Plus button will get you the spelling for YouTube. I am Head.Lioness over there on YouTube. Okay, if you just type in Head.Lioness, I should pop right up. If you go through the link in my bio, it'll take you right there also. Okay, I appreciate y'all so freaking much. I'll be back on TikTok tomorrow night around the same time, and we'll get into the energy again and see. You guys, I had one more question I wanted to ask. What was their plan? If they would have gotten the child, if they would have gotten this child, what was their plan for this child? The Queen of Cups in reverse. What was their plan for this child if they would have gotten this child? The Emperor is here. This is somebody's baby daddy or ex-husband, y'all. Give me more. What was the Six of Wands is here. What was their plans for this child? The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. The The Two of Swords is here. Somebody would have been trying to distract a child or something like that with some type of attention or something like that. Somebody would have been trying to show up like Father of the Year or some shit like that. Like show a whole lot of love and stuff like that. Okay, and then what? Uh-oh, let me just get one. Somebody would have been given generously. Somebody would have tried to like give an offer like of being real generous with a child, trying to show up like somebody that they could trust. Okay, and then what? To put their worries at ease with the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then what? The Sun. Somebody has a son. Something would have been exposed or something like that. What would they have done with the child if they would have gotten a child? The King of Cups is here. The King of Cups is out here in reverse, and the 7 of Swords is here. It's something about moving strategically. It's some type of emotional manipulation. Okay, and then what would they have done? What would they have done? What the King of Cups reverse would have done? Somebody in front of the public would have acted like they were Father of the Year. In front of the public, like they were really generous and loving and doing right by this child or something like that. Like they didn't have nothing to worry about. Like everybody was happy and everything like that. But it was just a distraction from somebody like being an emotional manipulator. Somebody's selfish. Somebody's a liar. Somebody's deceptive. Somebody's real sneaky. What would they have really been doing with the child if they would have got the child? The King of Wands is in reverse. King of Wands is in reverse. 8 of Wands is in the upright. There's some type of abuse. There's some type of abuse or some type of like being rough with a child with the actions or the moves that they made or something like that. King of Cups, not King of Cups, Knight of Cups is in reverse also. Tell me more. The Hangman is here. So it's something about somebody would have switched up on a child. They would have switched up on this child after getting this child to believe that they had their best interest at heart, making the public believe that they were Father of the Year or something like that. It would have just merely been a distraction. This person is a fucking crash out. They would have been abusing this child and lying about it or moving real strategically or something like that, stealing from this child or doing something to this child, taking some type of moves towards this child. It's something about it was a trap. The child would have been trapped with them. They would have been caught up. Yeah. And it could have been like, you know, some type of loss. The 5 of Cups here. Grief. Okay, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody would have put on a fucking facade and made it seem like they were Father of the Year, Mother of the Year. Okay, something like that. Made it seem like they were generous to give into a child, made a child feel safe to come back towards them, to be with them or something like that. And then they would have switched up on this child and been abusing this child or some type of abuse, some type of action would have been taken towards this child, y'all, that could have ended in the 5 of Cups, somebody taking a loss. There's some type of grieving. The Temperance is here. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Not in reverse, I'm sorry. The Temperance is in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is in the upright. It's something about this person. Somebody's a drunk. Somebody lashes out. Somebody is unstable. Somebody got anger issues. It would have been like a slow progression towards this person losing they motherfucking, they balance and they stability, they cool. All of that peaceful shit would have like slowly but surely went out the window. Queen of Swords is in reverse. Somebody is attached to a karmic film that would be a bitch to their child. Okay? And be lying about it. They would lie about what happened to this child or why there was so much instability or why they experienced some type of loss with the 5 of Cups here in the upright. But it would have all been a lie. It would have all been a lie. What would they have said happened to this child? What would they have said happened to this child? What would they would have said happened? What would they have said happened to this child? The 5 of Wands is here. Some type of fight happened. Some type of fight happened, some type of tension, some type of conflict. Okay, somebody would have been abusing a child, man. The Eight of Pentacles. Somebody would have tried to say like, and it's something about somebody would have tried to say that they tried to work through something or something like that, that they really tried to get control over a situation or something like that. But there's some type of attack or something like that that they would have said actually happened. Okay, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and somebody wasn't strong enough to overcome the battle, the fight. Whole time, somebody, whoever the parental figures are, they would have been abusing this motherfucking child. The King of Swords in reverse. A crash out, emotionally detached, cold-hearted masculine energy, pathological. This is a karmic crazy ass couple, y'all. They would have been abusing this baby, abusing this child. If they got this child back in their custody, if they got this child in their care, whether masculine or feminine, and they would have lied. They would have been abusing this fucking baby. And in front of the public or in front of everybody else, they would have been trying to make it seem like they had nothing but love for this fucking baby or this child, and that they were giving, you know, giving generously, doing right. They could be trusted. Everything was okay. Nobody had anything to worry about. Nobody had anything to worry about. They loved this child. Whole time they would have been abusing this fucking baby. They would have been abusing this baby to experience some type of loss. The Five of Cups is here. That's death. You can look at that like a fucking funeral. And they would have lied and said that they tried to do everything that they could do. There was some type of attack. Nine of Wands reversed. They wasn't able to overcome some type of conflict, some type of battle, some type of fight or something like that. Whole time it's a fucking lie. The King and Queen of Swords, they would have been lying together. They would have been willing to abuse a child together for some type of financial stability because these motherfuckers are broke. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They broke, struggling, no legacy of their own, so they want to steal another one from an innocent soul. And they needed to get this child parental figure that was protecting them. They needed to get you out of the way so that way they can have full access to this child. That's why there was so much emphasis on you being taken the fuck up out of here. Because if I can get your ass out of the way, there's nobody to save this kid from you. Save this kid from me, I should say. That was the plan. They would have lied together. They would have lied together to control the narrative, deceive people, manipulate people. They would have both been abusing this damn baby. Tell me more. Tell me more. King of Pentacles in reverse, because somebody only care about greed. They only care about status. They only care about money. That's all the fuck they care about. This is a fucking bum. This is a bum. This is somebody that's broke. This is somebody daddy. This is somebody daddy. Somebody here. This is somebody baby daddy. Okay? The Five of Swords in reverse. This is why this person, after they abused you, they still wanted you to come back towards them. They still wanted you to come back towards them for some type of reconciliation, to heal some things. Didn't want you to be in your head about a situation, make you think everything was going to be okay over time. Whole time it wasn't. Somebody wanted you to come back so they can attack you and get you the fuck out of the way and finish this motherfucking offering for an innocent soul. An innocent, pure soul. A gifted child. That's what this was. That's what this was. Emotional manipulation. Have a empress, a queen of cups, unstable, overwhelmed, going crazy or some shit like that, so that way they can steal some type of destiny. But you put a stop to this. You put a stop to it. And that's how this ends for these folks. They confused. They didn't give a fuck about the consequences. They worship darkness and they're being ousted. They're being ousted. And that's law. That's universal law being activated at this point, y'all. So good job, collective. Look at this tower.